Today's show brought to you live from Lounge Media Group Studios. It's Pedro and the Freight Hound with the Logistics Lounge. The views and opinions expressed on this show by its guests are not necessarily those of Lounge Media Group or the show host. So if you sue someone, make sure it's the party responsible for hurting your feelings. Also, grow up, be an adult, and understand not everyone thinks like you. And that's okay.
Yo, 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 what's crack-a-lackin', everybody? We're back. We're back. The boys are back in town. Don't everybody speak at once. Don't worry. I'll carry the whole show by myself.
Start singing it, man.
You said I was freewheeling. This is freewheeling at its best.
we know you're not on your motorcycle, man. You can't be doing no crazy tricks in here, Dale. All right, got to go get your helmet first.
Yes, right behind me. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to be on it.
Oh yeah.
How are you, man? We ain't seen you in a while, brother. How you been doing?
I'm doing a lot of traveling, man. Went to the Broker Carrier Summit. That was fantastic. Met a lot of cool people there. It was kind of funny that every time we go to the Broker Carrier Summit, it's all about brokers and carriers talking to each other. and all the freight fraud people kind of do like the polite nod when they walk by and they don't want to be affiliated with them. And I just decided this year I was going to talk to them all. I talked to Verified Carrier. I talked to, Highway. I talked to all those guys because shit, when it comes down to it, if we don't all fight it, we ain't going to win.
That's right.
Love that.
Takes a village.
What's called? That's amazing. So, how was? I'd say how was. I know how Broker Care Summit was. You were texting me, telling me how great it was, but tell everybody else how good it was for you, Dale. I mean, compared to the last one you went.
It's it really does keep getting better every time. When I'm talking, walking around talking to folks, and they're saying like, "Man, I just signed a deal with a broker that maybe I probably wouldn't have used before because in some platform they didn't have enough inspections." And I sat down at lunch with this guy and realized that that roadside inspections aren't his fault that he didn't get one, right? So he said, I met this guy here and I moved freight with him. I've got a freight, load picking up tonight, 2 picking up tomorrow, that kind of thing. So, and I was talking to folks out there too that, all this vetting crap has come from back in the Stone Ages. That's where the first facial recognition verification came from. We looked each other in the face. We knew each other. We did business together. Then it went to passwords, and it went to fingerprints, and it went to all this stuff, facial recognition. Well, at the Broker Carrier Summit, we're right back where we started, talking to people face to face.
That's what it's all about, though, Dale. That's how the deal is going to get done, man. Even on the fraud front, it's going to be this face to face, man. Getting people in the same room, talking about it. Everyone learning stuff, man, and finding a way to boot these scumbags finally out the industry. You know what I mean, brother?
Yeah, whether anybody likes it or not, developing all these platforms and tech and AI to fight fraud or move freight or book loads, whatever, this is a relationship business. We can use those things, but if we start using AI to make our decisions rather than help us make good decisions, we're all going to lose. So we got to do this together. And one of the things we're kicking off too is, I was asked at the Broker Carrier Summit by at least 5 companies that say, hey, we have all this tech, but our carrier reps don't really know how to use it well enough, right? So I was asked to go out to visit some pretty big brokerages and say, let's walk through your processes, see what you're doing wrong. Let's give you some education on how to do things right. And then we'll build some processes going forward, checklists and all those kind of things. Because if someone thinks that they could just look at some website to see if a carrier is good to use or not, get out of the business, because this is a relationship business. Get to know these people. You may miss a great opportunity with a great carrier because he lists a post office box as address, but old Otis from Mississippi didn't know that was a rule. I
agree, Dale. Man, I agree. We all agree. You're out there doing good things, brother. It's we're mighty proud to be watching and be a small part of everything you do, Dale. So
hey, you guys have the I have the voice, but you guys have a means to get it out to people, and that's what really matters. And I appreciate everything you guys do. Anybody that's on this panel that knows the reach you guys have, appreciate it, because without the voice, it doesn't matter.
Well, thank you, Dale. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is a very huge compliment coming from you, my friend. Mr. Spencer, since you hopped in, we're gonna jump with you, man. How has your day been, sir? Welcome.
It's another freight day, buddy. It's another freight day. Yeah. Things changing at the 50-yard line, and then you make those changes, and then you get to the 20-yard line, and shit changes back the other way. Yeah, it's one of those days.
Man, if you would just get AJ to be running all these loads for you, bro, you wouldn't be having no problems, man. I'm telling you.
Listen, I don't need the Amish freight broker working for me, all right? I don't know if I can handle that right now.
Oh, my God, dude, you're fucking hilarious. Neil, how are you, good sir?
I'm doing well. It's a Wednesday. I'm above ground, so that's all that really matters. But, yeah, busy with a lot of things. Obviously, we'll announce that, but all's well. I missed some of these faces from, it's been what, a month and a half ago now, almost?
40 days.
Jeez,
hey, listen, you have a chance to come see our faces in like 3 weeks at Large Cars and Guitars. Fucking tell John, send you out there, man.
I can't. I got some big life stuff coming up, so I can't go there. But maybe like what Hunter said, maybe I can meet him down at our Laverne site when it's a grand opening.
Heck yeah.
That is happening. That is happening. And
I said that is happening.
Oh, yeah.
And if it doesn't,
Oh, yeah.
I'm flying up to Chicago and we're gonna have a conversation. All right.
Don't worry, Neil. I'll hold down the fort handing out stickers for you, buddy.
I appreciate you. That's
Hey,
Steve is the guy that you need to hand out stickers, air fresheners, whatever's out on the table, handing them out.
sticker security. What were you doing, Steve? Like checking people's
Bag,
bags.
I was
and
doing
stuff?
bag, I was doing bag checks. I was getting them to open up their bag.
Yeah.
And then,
Damn Steve pulling TSA at Matt's over here. You know? Chris, what about you, bud? How are you, man? How's your week been?
Doing great, man. Week's been good, busy. We came off of one of our second best months since inception at Freight Ninja as far as helping customers find safe, secure parking. So that's exciting. Got to replicate that now. But no, everything is great. The weather is starting to break. Coming from Florida after 6 years back up here, it has been a true adjustment. I hate spring, so I'm ready for summer now.
What's up, man?
Why in the world would you ever leave Florida?
I had a great job opportunity.
That guy next to him.
Oh, okay. Couldn't let him open up a Florida office, huh? I see how it is.
Not yet.
You're gonna ask me twice.
John, man, what about you, brother? You it's so good to see you, man. We hardly ever able to get you on the show. You're so busy. So thanks for coming and hanging out, man. How you been? How's your week going? How's your year so far?
Everything's great. A lot of good things here in the near future. I don't know. Do we talk about this? Am I the guy now?
You got about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna get into that. We're just going through the banter real quick, finding out how everyone's day going. And you got us all on the edge of our seat, John.
I'm ready to get back to work. That's for sure.
You're still at work, right?
Coming up for air, back to normal everyday work. So we got a lot of parking lots to open, and in a short amount of time. So we're gonna get it done though.
Well, that's obviously a good problem to have in your situation.
Absolutely, and I got the team to do it. That's why I moved from Florida back to beautiful sunny Chicago.
Mr. Dirty Dre, what about you? And I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw it, Steve, but your fan club is here today. Where is it at? There we go, right there. Your fan club is in the audience.
What's up, brother? No, it's been a good week so far, man. It's got a lot accomplished, and still a little bit coming off a high from yesterday's show. I thought Dre's Junkie Show yesterday was on point, man, with having Tony on there and having Rochelle come on there and talk about the cause and breast cancer, and it was a great show. It was a little emotional sometimes. I saw a tear rolling down Hunter's eyes a couple times, down his chin, cheek a couple times, but overall, good week, good show yesterday, and some cool stuff coming with TruckingNewsHub.com. So excited to be sharing that in the very near future.
That's what's up, broski. Thank you very much.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm actually doing fantastic, bro. I've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest. You know what I mean? Bit busier than a call girl at a political convention. You know. So yeah, dude, tons of freight coming across. Got some new customers, man. Building some relationships really fast. So yeah, dude, it's been good, man. You know. Except for the fact, except for that crap last night, bro. Like, tell you what, that's the shit made of nightmares, dude. Getting woke up by your wife screaming, "There's a snake in the house!" What the golly?
It wasn't a rattlesnake. Man up,
dude. Hey, I don't give a damn what you say, man. I can deal with anything, bro. Spiders, we have wolf spiders that are the size of my palm, bro. Don't bother me at all. I don't care. I will scoop them sons of guns into a cup with my hand. It don't matter. Scorpions, I've dealt with scorpions. I don't care. Snakes, I don't do. I don't know what it is. I know which ones are poisonous, which ones are not, you know, but I don't know, just something about snakes, man.
All right, whatever you do, don't move to Florida, because I made that mistake. And there's literally, it's the Australia of America. Like,
oh yeah,
I have 3 kinds of rattlesnakes: cottonmouths, coral snakes, and some jackass let go of boa constrictors. So now we have boa constrictors down here. Like, I'm like, okay, let's just add more to my fear list.
That's what I think. I think that's what my wife freaked out most was the cats. That's what it was. She's like, "Get the cats, Robert!
Save the children!
Save the children!" Dude, my cats were just sitting there staring at this damn thing, like, "What the hell are you doing in my house?"
Look, a new toy.
And, yeah, dude. That's it. And our little female cat, man. You know, she's just kind of sitting there like at a distance. You know what I mean? Just fucking napping at it. And I'm like, damn, dude. Like, cats are, I'm telling you, they're the bravest animals, man. I'm serious. Like, dogs, everyone likes the dogs. I'm telling you, cats are fearless, bro. They do not care. The saying, curiosity killed the cat, is definitely there for a freaking reason, because, you know what I mean? It's nuts. So, otherwise, I'm doing great. Mr. Hound, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. Having the best month of the year so far, and it is only the 7th, so great sign. Like Steve said, I cried like a baby yesterday, but you know what? That's some touching stuff. But yeah, hey, y'all go follow Drainage Junkies if you don't already. It is a very good show. Just about as good as The Lounge, but it's different. Same, but different. So glad to be here. Glad to have the Freight Ninja boys, Dale, Spencer, or Adam. Good to have y'all in. So excited for a little Truck the What? Truck the What? Wednesday,
baby.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to get to this news. So Lounge Media News, sponsored by AR Doc Pro. And tonight is going to be anchored by our sponsors here from Freight Ninja, these lovely gentlemen in the middle. So news, everybody. And go.
I thought there was supposed to be a video.
That was the video.
There it is.
And
all right.
Go.
I know I teased it Friday, and apologize for all the listeners for having to wait over the weekend. But big news, as many of you may have seen, but Freight Ninja was acquired, or a majority interest acquired by Laz Parking, which is Laz Parking is the largest, fastest growing privately owned parking operator in the U.S. So, yeah, that's the big news that's been rolling around for at least a year, and we are super excited to finally announce it and put it out to the masses. All of that's following the lounge, the logistics lounge, and everybody else. So yeah, just wanted to take time today and go over what that means for Freight Ninja and everybody else that's been following us, as well as our current tenants.
Dude, freaking A, man. We so excited, man. I mean, congratulations again. Yeah, congratulations a million times over. And we're honored that you came and shared it with us here on the show, dude. So you know, thank you very much. But let's do talk about that. Let's talk about what that means, not only for Freight Ninja, but you know, the truck parking sector, because you know, everything you guys do has a ripple effect and puts change into this problem that the drivers are out there facing. So let's get someone to tackle that. What does this mean for Freight Ninja in the future of it?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I got to thank obviously my team, and especially these two guys here. Without these guys, we don't get this thing done. Like I said, I'm finally coming up for air. It's been quite the journey the past year to get this thing across the finish line, but you know this group, we weren't going to let it die, so there was no quit there. But I mean, this really legitimizes what we're doing. Really gives us that stamp and seal of approval, kind of, that this industry is not going anywhere, right? I mean, we've just now partnered with a company that is in the parking sector, just not, you know, trucks, more, you know, personal vehicles, right? And they do roughly, I don't know, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, $6-7 billion a year in revenue in just parking. So, you know, I've had my phone's kind of been on fire because it's now everyone looks at us through a different lens and wants to bring more deals our way. So, yeah, this is really gonna springboard Freight Ninja, to the next level and add a little fuel to the fire for sure.
Well, I mean, it's just amazing on its own, and goes to show the power that you guys have in the sector, and what others are seeing. The fact that the largest company in the POV part of the parking thing is like, man, let me go try to put some of my eggs in these folks' basket here. So that says just tons about you guys. But I want to hear some a little deeper about what more value is this adding to you guys. Like, there has to be something more than just getting this name attached with y'all. I know you guys well enough that there's got to be something here that's going to help you guys beyond, like I said, just having that partnership. So what kind of value are you guys getting from this?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, and John, if you am I good to talk on this?
Yeah.
I would say the value here. Let's go back to day one. We met this group. They called us, which we had thought it was a property management deal. Next thing you know, the son who is over in their property division brings their father on the phone. They talk to us about being the synergies that we can kind of both have. Great group, very laid back. Hey, come out to Connecticut if you guys are interested. We had not known yet that they had already entertained a couple of other friendly competitors in our market, and we were kind of the final ones. When we left there, they pretty much said, if we're going to do this deal, we're only doing it with you. We got the technology, we got the back office, you guys got the expertise in this very new up and coming segment of what is now called industrial outdoor storage. And a year later, we kind of got to lift up the hood, see how great their team is. I mean, they have over 16,000 employees nationwide. Their technology is second to none. They're innovators. They have a very similar story to what Freight Ninja is. It was three best friends from college that started in valeting cars. And today they, like John said, they're a multi-billion-dollar company nationwide, one of the largest privately owned operators in this space. Their model, excites me, and it really hits my heart. It's people over profits. They truly care about people, and the stories that we've heard, not even just from them, but kind of doing our due diligence, kind of on the side, asking about what Laz is about, and not one person could say a bad thing. It was all positive, even when they didn't know that we were kind of starting a journey together. Obviously, we don't want to give them that, but it's technology, it's back office, it's people, it's mentorship. It's about not only taking Freight Ninja, but its group, its employees that put in their hard work and effort to the next level on a professional scale, and allowing a scalability now to really go blow this out of the water. I could keep going on and on about the great things about Laz and this synergy, but it's technology, it's back office, and it's the people at Laz that is why we're doing the deal with them. They are true. HR came in. we had to go through the HR and kind of onboarding, and of course, when it was three wonderful women that walked in, went to shake their hands, and they said, "Is it okay if we hug? We're huggers here." And I said, "Well, shit, sure." I just said, HR, women. I didn't want to, cross that line on day one. And it is truly. I hope one day you guys get to meet them, because you will get the same vibes. This is not fake. This is all real, and they do care. So we're really excited about working with people that have the same vision, have the same energy, have the same culture, and really taking this whole space to the next level.
Freaking A, man. Yeah, freaking A, dude. I don't really I don't know what else to say, but hell yeah, freaking A, good job. Let's go team. Knocked it out of the park. I don't know, just insert crazy enthusiastic term here,
Yes. It's exciting.
Hold on, Pedro, we'll do one of these.
Yeah. That's man. Dude, this is It's good to see, I mean, not just for obvious reasons, but Hunter and I have a different perspective seeing this with you guys, I mean, like, this is, I know we didn't play any part in this deal that happened with you guys, but us being with you before this and having the conversations that we had last year about, growth throughout the next 365 days. Our goal was Matt's, and then right before we hit Matt's, we're like, dude, we've got this plan. We know we're going to crush this. Let's talk about what we're going to do going forward. And just seeing that, I think, and then when we started with you guys, it was 31 locations, I think, maybe slightly less.
Yeah,
but
now
here you guys have almost doubled that. You're what, 50, 51, something like that, I think, if my count is correct. On that note, Neil, I need new pictures of the new lots in the Google Drive. So besides that,
I just saw that note and I'm like, damn it, I forgot to do that.
Anyway, but so for us to just have been with you guys for the past, however many months it's been, and see from there to what y'all got now, like, dude, I mean, that's amazing. It makes us feel good that, we're here to be a part of that with you guys. And we want to do whatever we can to help you guys, stir that growth up, man. This is obviously going to invigorate you, John, and Chris, and Neil, and your entire team with this. I mean, this is definitely a hype thing. And John, you already said it. People are approaching you guys, talking about doing deals that they didn't want to do before. And man, you guys are going to start pushing forward, dude. So we're just ecstatic to be here and be a small part of this, man, and watch you guys grow, and in turn with you, we grow as well. So dude, just
100%. Yeah. That's what it's about. This could create a ton of opportunity for everybody. Right. I mean, that's one thing about us here is we want to do this thing together, right? This wasn't just for me. This was to better Chris, better Neil, give everyone in this building an opportunity to advance themselves, right? So it's it's a little bit for me, but mostly, I've gotten us as far as I could get us. I think this was definitely the next step for now everyone to take themselves to the next level and give them that opportunity to better themselves.
I think what's really cool is when you look at this, that all the great things you guys are doing with your company, but the real benefactors of this whole thing are the guys you built it for. All those drivers are going to have way better places to park. Mm-hmm. And so it's really cool. And I can really appreciate how you guys feel about this thing happening, but I'm even more excited for the guys that are going to be the beneficiary of it.
100%. And ultimately, without those guys, this doesn't exist, right? So,
right,
Dale, you hit the nail on the head earlier. When you were talking, this industry is very old school, where we want to shake hands, look somebody in the eyes, speak their language. There was a lot of groups that have entered our space that have never seen a truck, never talked to a driver, and thought they were just going to go open these lots and it's magic and they fill themselves. No, I mean, we've built relationships. We've been in this industry. We've got, relationships we can lean on that we know, hey, if they need parking in this market, they're going to call Freight Ninja first, right? Because we've built that trust and we've built that relationship. And when we went to meet these guys out in Hartford, even Chris is like, you're going to wear like a suit and tie? I'm like, no, I'm going to wear this. Like, I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. Either they're going to like us or they're not, right? So we weren't looking for a partner, just it was right place, right time. And when we got in front of them, they're like, listen, at this point, we're buying you guys. Like, you're so early into this thing. We believe in what you're telling us. We know it's genuine. We know you've worked every position in that building. You haven't raised $1 of capital from outside sources. Like, those are the guys we want to partner with. Same guys that built it the same way we did.
Yep. Absolutely. And Dale, you hit it on the head. That was a big thing because, we all come from, John and I especially come from the transportation industry. I was household goods, moving and storage. John was originally in dump trucks, went to intermodal. Our customers have a special place in our heart. Quick story. I had a repo company. Obviously, everyone knows how the economy is going right now. I had a repo company call me and say, hey, we know that there's a truck in your yard. We have to call you to see if we can get access. And I was like, well, I look at this guy's record. He's been with us now for 2.5 years. Pays on time, $175 a spot in our Thornton yard. Been a great customer. I easily could have just said, hey, go ahead, scoop his shit, take it out. I called the guy and said, hey, man, I just want to let you know I just got a contact from a repo company. They know exactly where your unit is. I did tell them that I will not be giving them a code to get in the yard, but I just want you to know they can tailgate somebody in. They can enter the yard as needed, as long as they're not prying into the yard or creating damage to get into the yard. And they could do that. And talking to that guy on the phone and hearing that I even tipped him off to that, but he was just, that's that bond that I enjoy of. You're probably coming on some hard times, but I just wanted to give you a heads up because I don't want to get that call in a week or so whenever they do find a way into that yard saying, hey, my truck's missing. And then I have to say, yeah, I apologize. The tow truck, towed it out. We've had that happen to us. But that's how much we care about these guys. And, can we stop them from doing that? No, but get a little creative, bro. You got a little bit of time. Take a window of opportunity. If you got to go somewhere else to play the game of cat and mouse, to get back on your feet, here's your chance. And we want to continue supporting our network because at the end of the day, that's why we are where we are. Without the heartbeat of America, as I like to refer to them, without drivers, without truckers, without logistics, the whole world shuts down. People don't realize that. And as you're seeing this sector grow, outdoor storage, truck parking, you're seeing a lot of people against it. It's not pretty. It does create traffic, but at the end of the day, without these guys, you don't get food on your table. You don't get clothes in the stores that you buy and wear. These are why stuff gets from point A to point B, and we can enjoy the luxuries of life, regardless of what entity, whether it's military, household goods moving, whether it's produce, whatever the case may be. If you're transporting goods, you're part of that group of some sort, and that's what we look to grow. That's who we look to grow with. The people that were with us from day one. Like John had mentioned, there were guys out there that wouldn't give us the time of the day, and some of those guys, as soon as they heard this, they see who's behind you. We know who those people are that believed in us. And that's the people that will still sit at the same table with us as we grow this and take this to the next level, because we all remember where we came from. And those are the people that supported us and got us to this level. So, this is our give back moment for the next couple of years to make sure that they're taken care of and they're getting Class A sites, safe, secure, stable sites, well lit. Laz will see to it that, that's the product going forward. To make sure that our guys have the best place to park at the most affordable rates possible. So, very good point.
Boom. There you have it. Breaking news, man. I'll tell you, we break news all the time, but this is one of the best breaking news that we've ever had, because we get to celebrate someone's success in this industry when so many people are struggling in every part of this thing, man. Carriers, brokers, shippers, 3PLs, whatever, truck parking, everyone. Like, it is a struggle. Let's just be real. So, to see some gentlemen that deserve it, to be able to succeed and to have someone much larger than them, see the value in you and want to put into that and help you guys grow and continue to make a difference in the sector of logistics that you're in is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Adam, you just left, and I was just about to say, Adam, do you have anything to say? But no, Pete decided he wanted to go.
I'm sorry, I had to go off screen for a second. God. No, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's a problem nationwide, truck parking, and the government clearly doesn't give a shit. So the fact that these guys are coming in and doing something about it to give these guys a safe place to park is incredible. I mean, I'll probably be reaching out here in the near future because one of our tours that we're working on locking down is going to have some extended periods where we need to park all the trucks and trailers, and we need cameras, gates, 24/7 security, all of it. So
let us know, brother.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, and you can go see the product firsthand, Adam, because they got a location not too far from you. So see, you could go there, take pictures, send it to your customer, be like, boom, look, this is the type of stuff that I'm offering right here. We have military working dogs, Claymore landmine areas in front of playing.
I got Predator drones flying circles over this bug. Ain't nobody getting to that truck.
Right. We have got crew served weapon encampments around this facility. You are not, but
damn, I didn't know you could park at Camp Landing. How'd y'all manage that out?
But Adam, where are you out of?
I live in St. Augustine.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got 2 yards. We have 2 locations in Jacksonville, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, reach out. We're here to help, and the good thing about us is we can get very creative for specific needs too. There's even with Laz, the glom that they are, it's all about the customers. It's all about the people. So whatever we got to do, if 1 + 1 = 2, get it done. Doesn't matter how.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's what you like to hear, man. Being customer service oriented, that's a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna. You guys are going to be able to teach each other a lot, John. They're going to be able to teach you guys a lot about stuff at doing this business at scale. The type of level that they're freaking at. But you guys are going to get to teach them a completely different part of this sector that they have no idea about, which also, is going to lead to them bettering their own services and stuff. You know what I mean? Because, having that different perspective could roll over into that POV sector, the privately owned vehicle for the non-military folk, the POV sector, that could, roll over to them and give them ideas and stuff and ways to advance their part. Because I know exactly who Laz is. They've got, spots in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, I've seen tons of their stuff. So, I know exactly who they are, and I've been able to experience their technology like them. You go into their stuff, you pull into their thing. It's like most other POV parking right now. You just walk up to a kiosk, tell them what spot number you're in, or maybe there's not a spot number, but you just enter your plate, give them your card number, bada bing, bada boom, and you're freaking done. And they got a little app and send you all your stuff and everything. So, and that's also the kind of stuff that I think is going to further the growth of truck parking is the automation part of it. You know what I mean? Is giving these drivers an opportunity to do what they want at the time that is convenient for them, not having to deal with a human. Because let's be real, I drove for 10 years. Steve has drove a little bit. I think all of us here have probably in some form or another at least been on the road, been in a truck, and heard the driver's woes. Last thing you want to do at the end of your 14-hour day is deal with some other human being. You know what I mean? Let's seriously, it is, you just don't, like I want to just park my truck, go get a shower or get in the bunk or order some food or whatever it is and be done with it.
Yeah, I think that's really the power of the partnership. For us, we weren't looking for capital. We weren't looking for anything else. We just wanted support to help further the vision, right? We had a meeting with their leadership. Their CTO was here in-house on Friday, and I looked at Chris. I go, "That was our most productive meeting we've had since we started this, because the solutions we need to solve for, I've got a guy sitting at the table saying, yeah, we could build that, and that'd take about a week." It's like, okay, now we're talking, right? For us to do it on our own, it might not take a week. It might take closer to a year. So, in the near future, we plan on, rolling out access control systems, or, an app for the drivers where they can go on, open the gate, make sure everything's secure and timestamps kind of who went in and out. Camera solutions for inventory, like the list goes on, but they already have half of it accomplished, right? It's just now putting the trucker twist on it, which that's what, where our expertise comes in and the different use case scenarios compared to, a POV compared to a semi truck.
Asher just wanted to pop on because he's looking for a spot to park his fleet of Dirty J and the Boys trailers in the near future.
Heck yeah.
Dude, we'll get a ramp out there and Asher can jump like 50 trucks. Sick. What else is going on out here, fellas?
That's it.
How's not to get off topic, but how is tariffs affecting the freight world?
God, I was just gonna bring it up, and then I was remembering that Pedro's like, no politics.
Oh, and listen, I'm not.
This isn't politics, man. He doesn't like it because it has to do with drayage.
Well, I can tell you right now, on the West Coast, I'm not seeing any slowdown. I got 50 containers right now that I'm transloading and putting on team trucks for stuff that's got to go. From what little I know, and I am not a tariff expert, all right? I'm not an international trade expert by any means, so this is my somewhat humble opinion. The stuff that is being tariffed is stuff that we don't need anyway. Chinese finger traps, plastic.
Thank you. I've been saying that, dude. I can go a few months without buying cheap Chinese shit. Like,
yeah, you don't need a finger trap for you and Pedro to be attached anymore. All right, so
no, it's okay. We got a stash. Don't.
But your pharmaceuticals, your auto parts, your raw components for computers, all that stuff's still coming, man. All that stuff still has to be built. People have to have that stuff. So is it going to raise prices for a while? Yeah, but they announced today that Basent's going to Switzerland to meet with China because we both know that tariffs aren't good for either country, right? And all they're trying to do is bring China to the table and say, look, we got to work out a deal. We got to figure this shit out because it's unfair, right? And I'm on board with that. I understand it hurts all of us, that it's going to hurt for a little bit, but get them to the table, get them to talk. Let's see what we can do. And let's see if we can just help our country succeed a little bit better is the bottom line to me. And I'm on board with that.
Yeah. We have to understand too that, people say it's going to hurt our economy in the United States, but if the people in China aren't making any of those little widgets to come out of it, they're not getting paid either. Right. So their economies.
And if you're watching the news right now, they're burning factories to the ground.
Right.
Like there is mass civil unrest. And that a lot of people have said that China's not going to give in because they can't show weakness to their people. If they show weakness to their people, then they risk the Chinese Communist Party being overthrown. So they're just doubling down. They're going to throw down the iron fist and say, come at us. Right. So it's a very interesting time. And if you don't watch this stuff, I would encourage you to do it. Even if you don't like politics, learning about this, there is nothing, especially if you're an agent or doing something with logistics, a freight broker, a trucker, having some more information, it's never wasted, man. Education's never wasted.
And I'll be honest with you too, Adam, you bring up a great point, and that's why I wanted to bring it up here, not to talk to politics, but you can watch the news all you want or listen to people, economic experts who aren't living it, breathing it, seeing it day to day. I'd rather come to a forum like this and let people that are touching it, feeling it, moving it, the real boots on the ground, and see what's coming from them. That's why I like to listen to podcasts or shows like this to hear it from the people that are doing it, not the people that can speak professionally on it from a 90,000-foot view from the shit that they're being fed from other people that aren't as connected either. So great point on that, and it's good to hear that.
And the advertise and the other thing is that we're talking about stuff that is real life, like you said. But if you watch the news all the time, you're being led by a narrative that's paid by the highest advertising price, right? So I don't need their opinion. I need to have us come together and talk about like you said, how's it affecting us? Because that's the real news. This other crap is not. I mean, that's propaganda. I think that's paid for by a left or right wing advertiser.
Well, Chris, and Hunter and I were talking about this yesterday, right? And one of the things that we have on our news feed is port cams. So you can hear all this stuff you want all day long about ports being empty, this and that. Go check out the port cams tomorrow at 11 o'clock, right? You'll see lines of them we have Long Beach on there, we have Houston on there, we have Charleston on there, we have Newark on there. There are still trucks lining up in these ports to go in and get containers. They're not going in to pick up empty containers of nothing or going in empty and coming out empty, right? They're going in there to pick up work. So, yeah, where there's some exports, on certain stuff. I think like wood, like logs and wood chips and sawdust that we export, right? We do a lot of those to China, so they they're down a little bit right now. Some of our raw materials, like our metals and stuff, recycled materials that they could export out of the country, yeah, they down a little bit. But I mean, our trucks haven't stopped. I mean, our trucks are usually a little bit slow in like February and March, just because of the Chinese New Year and things kind of shut down. We were wide open. Look at the stats of the ports that were up significantly December, January, February, March, and even April, right? Double-digit growth in these ports over last year, and we haven't seen a slowdown. So, yeah, you got to be careful on what you read in the news, but, I mean, look at it live. Look at the cameras live in these ports that we have out there. I mean,
just
these
look
trucks
at the load boards.
Look at the load board, yeah.
You're looking at DAT right now for Savannah, Georgia, and there's 179 loads per truck.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, Georgia is one of the largest flatbed outbound ports in the United States because they import a ton of steel into Savannah. Savannah and Tampa are probably two of the biggest steel ports in the United States. And, I've got warehouse partners down there that all they do all day is steel, and they've got 8 warehouses, and they're full, and the trucks are just lined up. And I mean, one of them, they're emailing me asking for help. They're like, yeah, we got 30 loads a day for the next 5 weeks. I'm like, wow. And that's just to Chicago. 30 loads a day to Chicago out of Savannah.
Wow. Isn't it ironic if you look at all these economic experts, I haven't seen one that's really rich.
No, the people you see are rich are these kids that day trade all day, and they chase Dogecoin and Bitcoin and all that crap, and buy the dips and sell high. And some people I know are just making insane amounts of money doing that. I'm like, damn, I wish I was that smart.
Wish I had that kind of time on me.
Yeah, right. They definitely don't have a 3-year-old. I can promise you that.
But no, this is the type of stuff that I love and like to listen to and take bits and pieces and see how it works in the real world. So that's all great feedback.
Yeah, man. Chop it up. Houston, for instance, I do a lot of flatbed stuff out of Houston for steel pipe, and probably March we were moving stuff for just under or right at $2 a mile. And in the last 4 to 5 weeks, that's jumped 40 to 50 cents a mile to get trucks out. So, you're basically buying capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys love that. So do the drivers. They get
the spot market's great, right? But, not when you quoted this project like 6 months ago, and all of a sudden they're like, all right, we're ready to start. And you're like, oh, shit.
I got no drivers.
It's been interesting to see just the flatbed capacity in general. The other thing that John Rogers was talking about this today. He had a driver get popped in Florida, stopped at the rest stop, went into the bathroom. DOT officer walked in, said, "Hey, can you read this for me in English?"
No habla.
The guy got put out of service.
Now
couldn't read.
That's another thing too. Again, non-political, but how does that affect?
It's going to be huge. I can tell you right now, there are spitballing, I would say respectively 15% of the drivers in the Houston market don't speak a lick of English, because you hear their dispatchers will call in, their dispatchers speak English just fine, but you'll hear them on the other phone. They're speaking Spanish to them. They're speaking Spanish back. They don't speak English. They're negotiating the rate in Spanish, and their dispatcher will say, okay, we'll do it for this. And then, you're trying to get updates, like you're reaching out for updates, and you send a text to the driver and you get back, no habla inglés. You're like, oh shit.
In the long run, prices will go up and insurance costs will come down.
Yeah. But what's crazy, is even though those guys don't speak English, a lot of them do a great job. Like, they pick up, they deliver on time, and you don't get any complaints from them because they can't complain in English. So they can't call you to bitch about something.
Right. Or you just pretend that they're saying something very positive to you. You're like, yeah.
Yes. And you know what? Then just like all of us, if you're deficient in something that you do, a part of your job, and you're very good at it, become proficient in what you do. It's go learn the English language if you want to be a truck driver in the United States. It's really that simple.
I posted that the other day, Dale. Somebody posted on LinkedIn and said, well, I have drivers that have a 20-year safety record. I'm like, that's fantastic. But if they have a 20-year safety record, they've had 20 years to learn the English language.
Yeah.
I understand it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but if you've had 20 years in this country, you could learn enough to make it through.
Yeah. A 20-year safety record doesn't stop somebody from missing reading a sign and hitting a bridge, hitting a person, something like that. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't kill his first person until he killed his first person.
I'll have to go find the post and I'll send it to you, because a lady argued that exact point. Well, most of the signs in America are symbols anyway, and my drivers understand symbols, and so I went and got 6 different signs, like, you know, all lanes closed ahead, slow down, seek alternate routes. I'm like,
there was no symbol in that.
yeah, I said, which one of these is the symbol that they're reading? Oh, well, my drivers could understand that. I'm like, you're saying they can't read the English language. There's not a single symbol in that. You know, it said, one of them said flooded road ahead. Like, okay, so
probably an important one.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, the other part that they're missing is that there are many drivers that use a Google Translator app while they're driving down the phone, driving down the road, trying to figure things out. They got one hand on the wheel, one hand on this, and their mind is somewhere else. So it goes more than just reading a symbol on a sign. There's a lot of things that go along with this whole thing. And again, it comes to me, if you want to be proficient in your job and you need extra training in it, then that's up to you to do that. If you don't, then someone else will.
I want to interject here and add something. I don't remember who posted it. It may have been Justin Martin or Gord McGill. But one point that this person made that nobody else has made was the BOLs and communicating with warehouse staff. You know, they're like, everyone's focused on fucking road signs, and that's all great. Yeah, okay, we understand that. But what if you go pick up a load and you're given when you're given that BOL, you can't look at that and say, oh, well, I'm supposed to be picking up frozen chicken, but for some reason, you know, they loaded me with fresh beef and the address is wrong and the weight is wrong and the temperature is wrong and everything else. Or, you know, you go to pick up a load that you were told wasn't hazardous or was one type of hazardous material, and then on the BOL, it's something completely different. And now, you know, like, there's other things that go more into it than, you know, than just
fraud,
the signs.
And the delivery address doesn't match what's on the rate con.
No, exactly, Adam. Very, very, very good point. And also, here is my thing. Like, no offense to dispatchers. Like, we got a guy on our network, John. He's a dispatcher. There's great of them, but I'm sorry, I can't fucking stand dealing with those people. I can't. They are the slowest. I literally today got an email from someone that said, my driver's been there for 30 minutes and no one's answering the door. And they sent me a picture, and I called my customer and said, hey man, like, what's going on? Are you like running behind or something? He's like, no, dude, I've been here for 45 minutes. And they sent that thing, that the driver sent the dispatcher that picture an hour before I received it. And it took them all 30 minutes to send it to me. The driver's already in the dock being unloaded. So here I was calling my customer, you know what I mean? So anyway, my point is, you know, those dispatch, man, like, you know, I don't like doing them. I like to call the drivers, and I want to be able to communicate with my driver, because I know, we all know, the more people you add in the chain, the more information is going to get lost or added to whatever the case may be.
I mean, you've heard all week about my nightmares I'm dealing with, right?
Yeah.
You know, this morning I'm doing check calls and looking at satellite GPS, and I've got a truck that's been sitting still for 5 hours, right? So immediately I'm like, oh, they've soloed me, son of a bitch. And so I email him like, hey dude, why is this guy sitting still for 5 hours if this is a team load? Well, he comes back and goes, I'm sorry, they blew 2 tires last night, and I've been trying to find roadside service. They're in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico, right? He's like, I've been trying to find a roadside service. He sent me a picture. It's legit. Like, the truck has 2 blown tires, right? And they're moving, they're cruising now. But I'm like, listen, man, I need the communication. I had another one that, you know, they were sitting still yesterday, and I couldn't get a hold of them. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? And they couldn't get a hold of their drivers. And so they're freaking out. And they're like, you know, one of the co-drivers got sick, and they were unable to proceed. Like, they had to shut down until that driver could function, which I'm cool with. It's a safety issue. I just need to know what's going on. And then that same truck today, they get, you know, they're probably 10 hours down the road, and they blow a freaking alternator belt on the truck. oh, we'll be up and going in an hour. 3 hours later, they're still at the shop. And they're like, yeah, we'll still make delivery. I'm like, dude, you are 13 hours out. I said, I've rescheduled you for tomorrow. I said, I understand things happen. I believe you that this happened. I just need you to communicate with me so I don't look like a horse's ass customer.
Absolutely. I wonder how that pre-trip inspection went. If they had two blown tires in, and I'll tell you about.
Same thing. Well, that was two different trucks, to be fair.
Okay, all right, but still two tires.
But still, you know, I asked. I said, "What's your guys' maintenance program like?"
It's all done on the roadside.
That's right. It's all done on the roadside, baby. That's where it's safest, right, Steve?
I sold my brokerage 98 days ago. And you know how many days I missed that? 0.
Yeah. I was going to say 99. I don't miss what you're talking about right now. We deal with other headaches now, but those ones I don't miss. I mean, transportation, that's all it is communication.
I mean, you know, outside of the fire service, guys, this is all I've known my whole life. I started working for my parents when I was 15. Like, I've been doing this shit 25 years. I don't know what I would do if I didn't freight broker tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll never leave the industry, but man, dealing with all the shit that goes with it. I mean, it used to be really a lot different when you're talking, like we go back to the relationships again, when you're meeting and having a beer with the guy that's a driver for you and all this kind of stuff. But we've become so disconnected from it. Maybe that's what pisses me off the most is I miss that camaraderie part.
When I was a teenager, you operated off of the no news is good news rule, right? Like there wasn't this communication and satellite tracking. Like if you didn't hear from the truck, everything was good. You got a POD. If you didn't get the POD when it was supposed to be delivered, then you would kind of worry. But other than that, there wasn't much to it.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny. I don't know if y'all remember when MacroPoint first came out, right? Back then, you checked like twice a day. You said, hey, I'm going to check my driver at 6 a.m. when I come in. I'm going to check again at night before I go home, right? So that was kind of, everybody trusted each other. Then MacroPoint came around. And everybody says, I'm not going to have big brother following me. I'm not going to give my phone number. Well, that has switched between now and then. And not just MacroPoint, but it goes with any almost acquisition, it seems like. We're going to do it twice a day. Well, whatever the tracking system says, well, we get paid per ping, so we better tell the shippers it's important to check on this 5 times a day. Now we better do it every hour. So the shippers became the other broker's checking every hour. Well, because we weren't doing it to check to see where the truck was or the bottom of the truck. We were doing it to make somebody more money to pay back the acquisition fee.
Well, and Dale, you bring up a great point there too, because especially technology can harm people too. When they were doing AirTags, Apple AirTags in household goods shipments, you had customers blowing up customers. Why is my shipment here? It should be on its way to Chicago. Ma'am, you have a 4,000-pound load. We can fit 25,000 to 30,000 pounds on there. It's picking up another shipment. If you wanted the exclusive use on that trailer, hey, here's your new price for that, and it would go from point A to point B. But now you're putting the power of knowledge into someone who's uneducated's hands, and it's creating a lot more work, a lot more hysteria, especially now add the internet and the power of communication through social media to that. It is a cluster. And you would hit it on the head. Adam,
the other thing is, ma'am, your delivery date didn't change. So why are you bothering me?
Exactly. Yes. Because you saw a shift of route and it had to go pick up. Sorry, we didn't communicate you the entire load of pack and load dates and all of that stuff. And then Adam, you brought up another good point too. This industry entirely is an addiction. You can't teach someone any of the knowledge that all of us have in here in our own personal ventures too, because it's through trial and error and day-to-day life of how do we figure this out. And that's what I love about this industry, even on the parking side of things, is you go into the office and people say, what are you going to do today? You're like, I don't know yet. I don't know. I have no clue, because at any point, something can go completely wrong and throw my day into a spin. And we have, as industry professionals, we have to be prepared for that.
It's like, I was talking about earlier, like I had 6 loads set up to transload at my one warehouse tomorrow, right? My guy comes and goes, dude, listen, these are taking forever. I can do a max of 4 tomorrow. Well, the customer that has been told that 6 are going to be en route tomorrow doesn't understand that, right? So we had to scramble and find a second warehouse. And we're diverting Draymond over to that warehouse saying, okay, hey, instead of going here, I want you to drop these 2 here tomorrow. We'll transload those. We'll let you know when they're empty to come pick them up. I mean, I think for me, I love the fact that everything you touch in your daily life at some point has been on a truck. So we have such a massive effect on the human condition in America and North America in general. But the problem solving is a blast. Like, it's always a puzzle. You always got to put puzzle pieces together and make sure everything functions and does and moves. But also, you know, I went from being a firefighter paramedic making $13 an hour to running a freight agency, and I make six figures. Like, there's nowhere else. Even I have a college degree, but it's only in associates, right? I can't go back and be a firefighter paramedic making $100,000 a year. That's impossible.
But it's still $13 an hour.
Yeah. by the time I pay everybody off and pay all the losses and eat all the extra truck costs, yeah, it's about $13 an hour.
Honestly, guys, on this side of, you know, now being in trucking, now trucking and real estate, call it, we wear a lot of hats in the day, so we see a unique perspective on it, right? We're dealing with institutional groups that are spending billions of dollars on real estate, and then on the other side of the business, we're dealing with truck drivers, right? So they don't understand, and what me and Chris have kind of made an initiative to do is educate these real estate guys on, like, this is how the transportation world works, right? If a guy calls me and tells me I need 50 spots in Lithonia, Georgia tomorrow, in my head that means he needs it tomorrow, not call you back in a week and give you an answer.
I'm going on vacation.
It's tomorrow, right? And the rest of the world just doesn't move like the logistics world does.
Yeah, and it kind of disappoints you, right? Like, you're out trying to get everything else done and nothing moves, and you're like,
it's like,
if I was involved in this, mother of God, it would be so much more functional.
The crazy part is, I found this guy the spots for tomorrow, and I can't even get the real estate. I'm like trying to get him to answer the phone, and I'm like, what holiday was it? It was some no-name holiday that people, I guess, don't go to work on if you're not in logistics. But
President's Day or something.
And then he called me like 4 days later. He's like, you guys broke onto our plot. I'm like,
no.
Are you kidding me? I literally told you we need to be on there tomorrow. It's not my fault you didn't answer the phone.
You know what's crazy?
Go ahead. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is how the American public, like you talked about, that everything that's in your house or office has sometime been on a truck. And everybody understands that part of it. But the American public has no idea all the factors that go around it and how it affects them. You know, 30 to 60% of everything that you buy, the transportation cost is in there. So if you buy something for $1, it costs 30 to 60 cents to get it to you. And people don't understand that. So then they wonder, why are our prices so high in the grocery store? They don't take it back. It's not inflation. It's not bird flu. It's because there's a nuclear verdict. It was because there's so much fraud. There's $1 billion in cargo theft. It costs a lot to park somewhere. Fuel's going up. That's what's causing it. So it's the sooner you get to understand how the trucking industry works, and that's why we're going to getting more mainstream media. We were on a Dallas news article last week. We're going to be on CNBC on Friday. So let the consumers understand that this fraud that we're all fighting and the truck parking issues we're having out here, all those other things, that affects you directly. And you're the one that can vote to tell your congressman to talk to FMCSA and fix it.
Yeah. Good point, Dale. And that's like John said, that's what we're trying to do, is educate people. We can bring amazing partnerships together, but the real estate side has to learn. We got to move.
Yeah.
Communicate.
Hey, you guys become interpreters between a truck driver and a real estate agent. Say, I speak this language and I speak this language. Now let's make sure the two of you understand each other's language.
That's where I got to learn the difference. Sometimes I combine the language and I talk like I'm talking to a trucker, but it's a real estate guy that's trying to pitch a $10 million deal. And John's like, dude, I think you said the F word like 5 times. I'm like, well, sorry. That's my lingo, bro.
Honestly, though, that's been part of our success, though, right? You can't fake this stuff. Like,
can't fake the passion.
These groups understand it. They're like, listen, these guys they're trucker guys. Like, they know what they're talking about. If I'm talking about chassis and all kinds of stuff, these real estate guys are looking at me like, I don't even know what you just said, but it sounds right. So we're going to go with you. Or Hey, I need a proposal. When can you get it to me? 45 minutes. I'll send it over. They're used to waiting a week for a real estate proposal, right? So it's like that's, I think, what we've learned from our logistics lives has translated beautifully into working with these white collar groups who are not used to the promptness and the over communication, and they appreciate it. So
I think a truck driver is very similar to a grunt, whether you're in the Marine Corps or the Army, whatever. That's the grunt. That everything else is support. And if you can't support that guy unless you've been in his boots at one point or another, unless you've carried a weapon through the battlefield, you ain't gonna understand how he does things right. And that's why I think with you guys with truck parking, y'all been there, so you know what this guy boots on the ground has been through. In fraud, you can't build a good fraud platform, and if you don't know that an ELD date doesn't matter by the year of the truck, it matters by the year of the engine, and so you can't shut it unless you've been in those boots through the battlefield. You ain't ever going to get it.
Right? No, you're 100% right, and then that's where all of our success is coming. If we had not lived it, we wouldn't be where we are right now, for sure.
Right. And that's what's going to make you a leader, or that's what makes the leader. The expertise and experience outweighs everything else. Tech can't buy it. You can't buy that with tech.
That's why you're seeing all that VC money coming into actual workforce and buying up these garage operator installers, these gate installers. And that's the biggest thing that they hide, or they say is AI can't play with this sector. It doesn't matter. You need actual hands and knowledge and be able to put these things together. So you're seeing a bunch of VC money getting dumped into that world. And it's like, well, hopefully you guys are making the right decision. Money's good, but now you got Big Brother who has no clue how you operate or what you do on your day-to-day operations that may choke you to where there is no company left after this because they say, well, my data tells me that if we do it this way, take your data and throw it out the window. Let's talk about real life and real circumstances. Yeah. That's right. What makes business decisions. Data helps drive it. But at the end of the day, it's what does your gut tell you? What does your experience say?
I've been saying that for 3 years about all the VC money that's coming in the freight brokering and these digital freight brokers. And I'm just like, look, at the end of the day, people want a human they can talk to that knows what's going on and they can problem solve and make them feel warm and fuzzy. And y'all don't have it with a digital load board. Doesn't happen. Digital freight matching it's just, to me, it's a losing battle, because if you don't have people that can pick up the phone at a moment's notice and problem solve, you'll lose customers left and right. Yep. And then all that VC.
The first thing I tell our sales guys here is, really everyone here, is rule 1, answer your phone. That's it. The rest is easy, right? I mean, every time you don't answer that phone, it's a missed opportunity, in my eyes.
Yeah, and then they call somebody else, right? They call the next guy. And it's the same way in freight brokering, bro. I tell my wife all the time, because my phone rings 24/7, right? It rings on the weekend. It'll ring in the middle of the movie on the couch Friday night. And she's like, do you really have to answer it? I'm like, if I don't answer it and it's a customer, then they call the next person. And if that person answers the phone, then they start calling that person first.
Yep, 100%.
In there, 3 a.m.
Every call.
Sell a parking spot for $200. Let's go.
Yep.
Every call that you miss from a shipper, he's got 5 guys behind you making a cold call to him anyway.
Absolutely. And that's where partnerships, one of our partners today, our national fleet partners, one of his grunts in the office, he said, hey, I need to move these trailers out of Cleveland. And he said, well, I just got this email from this group. And he called them and he goes, wait a second. Why did you hand me this? We just had 400 trailers parked with this group in this location, and we used them nationwide. He called me, he goes, Chris, before you hear this, I need to tell you, I made a mistake today, or my head was scrambled, and I went down a path that I want to make sure that your competition doesn't call you and say, hey, I just secured one of your tenants, ha, ha, ha. I need to park 100 trailers again in the same facility. I apologize if you hear this, but you've been through us thick and thin. You found a space when last-minute emergencies. I'm going to stay loyal to you. I apologize. And he legit said it like 3 or 4 times. To me, I have goosebumps telling that story, because that's when I know I won. and I want a customer and I want a relationship through communication and through bending over backwards. That's what we in this industry work so hard for. That's the reward right there, is making sure that we're number one on their list when there's a problem and they need parking no matter where. If it's in our network or out of our network, that Lithonia story, we didn't have a yard there. We just built a connection within 24 hours to make sure that this customer was serviced and they were accommodated with or without us being involved in it even. So that's what it's all about. And sometimes John has to reel me in. I'm like, what do we got to do here to do this? It's like, well, maybe if it doesn't work for the customer, we got to take ourselves out. And John's like, hey, if it services the customer on this one, that's what we got to do. And that's why we've come this way, is because there's care. It's not about the dollar. It's about the customer.
Well, in customer service has gone such the other way over the last couple of years, or several years, I guess I could say that. I think this is going to be the year 2026, right? This is when people are finally fed up with being treated like dog shit and going into whatever customer service outlet you go into, retail, whatever, you get ignored. There's just nothing there. So I think this is going to be the people that really focused on customer service and put that attention with their customers, built those relationships. I think this is going to be the year it's going to come back for all of us. I really do. And Dale, you probably remember, right? That was one of the first conversations you and I had in Tampa when I first met you, right? It was just talking about, the customer service and the building the network piece of it. And I think this is going to be the year. I really do. People are fed up with it.
Steve, you're absolutely right, and that's a message that I say in our sales meeting over and over again when I hop in on those in-person meetings. I said, guys, I just want you to care this much. If you can do that, you beat everybody else that's out there today, because people do not value the old school methodology. And I think COVID kind of killed that, because a lot of businesses went out, people were freaking out, and it was kind of like, all I need to do is answer my phone, book the deal. It doesn't matter how many people I hurt or screw over in this. There's no one else out there that's going to take this business from me at this point. Now you're starting to see competition come back, and people are starting to pay for the customer service now. They're not going for the lowest bid. Well, I got to save $5. Well, this $5 guy, you had to call 10 times, but you still saved the money, and you still got the shit work out of it. I'm going to go now mid-tier, or even pay a little bit more if this guy, yes, sir, how we doing? I get out there today, I'm prompt. I answer my phone. I respond to emails. I'm going to pay more for that now. And I think you've hit it on the head. The world is starting to pay for service again, in which they were just trying to get things done before for the small savings that they saw up front, but they realized that they probably paid for it in time and in the product that they got screwed over on in the back end at the end of the deal. They should have went with a better company to begin with. There's a reason why they charge a little bit more, in my opinion.
100%. Yep.
During COVID, they paid for price. In the last 3 years, they've been paying for service. We're causing people to pay for value.
Yep.
Know your worth.
100%. I'm not going to be the cheapest guy out there, and that's what we stand on too. If people want to beat, it's known that the larger groups, they want to beat on price. I'm good. We're not that yard.
That has been our mindset since the beginning when we started our logistics company. My business partner, Clint, and I, that was it, right? Know our worth. Like, we're not going to be the cheapest. We're going to give you the best damn service. Your customer service is going to be the best you've ever received, but it's not going to be the cheapest.
Absolutely.
We used to tell all of our guys when I had my brokerage that, that's back when Kmart was very popular. Kmart's great. People shop there every day, and you can shop there if you want, but you know what you're going to get. Now, if you want to shop at Saks Fifth Avenue, that's us, and we'll give you that service. So you can shop it. You can buy your stuff at Kmart and deal with it, or you can buy your stuff at Saks Fifth Avenue. Both are viable companies. You just decide what you want to offer your customer.
Absolutely.
I don't make that decision.
100%.
I spend more. My wife spends more money. I spend more money when we go grocery shopping, because if you're familiar with Publix, you know that their service level is untouched. And
shopping is a pleasure.
Exactly. We will go to Publix for everything and spend a little bit more on it, but the service is impeccable.
Listen, Texas hasn't been blessed with Publix yet, but I'm going to stand up and say that HEB is the Texas version of Publix. All right, I'm just
not even close.
Publix,
not even close.
No, Publix.
HEB doesn't even. HEB couldn't even freaking smell.
Listen, they make brisket and homemade tortillas.
Okay, all right. Listen, all right. So this will end this argument right now. I'm fucking telling you.
No,
I will put this on social media, and you two will get doxxed if you talk shit about HEB. I'm serious.
Okay, I have
HEB
idiots yelling me every single day, bro. I can take more.
Let me say, Publix is the national ripoff of HEB because HEB has been in business for over 100 years. Publix has not been around that long. Everyone else rips off HEB.
What do you mean Publix hadn't been around that long? Publix has been around since 1930.
Okay, but they haven't been around since the late 1800s or 1910.
Actually, I am so damn smart. I nailed that. 1930 on the nose.
Here's how you fix it.
Texas invented horses and barbecue.
We did invent. They say we invented barbecue. I don't know if we can claim that.
Let's back up. Okay. Let's back up because we've had this argument. I don't know if you know that. Well, Pedro, you know this because you saw. I got 250,000 engagements, and I swear to God, there's probably still a hit out for me right now because I made fun of Texas barbecue. And no, I went and looked it up. Texas barbecue is not the founder and inventor of barbecue. Guess who is? Hunter, take a guess. Tennessee, baby. 1517.
The better tea, the right color orange.
1517, Hernando de Soto in the Memphis, Tennessee area was talking about how the native Indians were smoking whole hogs.
So it wasn't Tennessee, it was the natives. That didn't even count. Tennessee wasn't even a state then. But get out of here with that bullshit.
Texas, you need to know with that crap, man. Just remember, you wouldn't remember the Alamo if it wasn't for Tennessee.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Great job.
Down there from Tennessee.
Hold on, but let's just say this.
Jackson.
All the Tennesseans say that.
Lay your head down in that
all the Tennesseans say that, but what the fuck difference did you make? Everyone still died. So great job helping.
No, not everybody died. The Tennesseans didn't die. They said, "Fuck Texas, I'm going back to Tennessee."
Exactly. So you can't hold that. You didn't do anything here. But to any argument, you can't beat HEB. I mean, I'm telling you, anyone who has ever been to HEB.
Did. We brought national attention to the plight of Texas, and then the U.S. government came in and steamrolled Mexico.
But you know why HEB doesn't leave Texas, and we'll use Whataburger
we don't want it.
as a prime example. And no offense to you, Chicago. No offense to my Chicago fans.
Right?
No offense. No, I'm about to tell you. No offense to my Chicago fans, but the reason HEB isn't national is because every time Texas does something, and we let the rest of you get a hold of it, you screw it up. Look at Whataburger. We sold out to the Yankees, and they messed it up.
Who bought it, by the way? You won't tell me who bought it.
Some company in Chicago, man. It was some conglomerate. Some company in Chicago bought it out.
I mean,
let's be honest. If you ever go to a Publix and have a sub, you'll never talk about any other.
Thank you, pub subs. I could live off that.
Listen, have you had the fresh brisket from HEB though, or the homemade tortillas? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
When grandma, when abuelo is it back there making homemade tortillas and throwing them in a plastic bag and you can pick them up right off the line? You can't beat that. I don't care what you say.
Hey, Adam. Hold on, Adam. Can we at least agree on this? Kroger sucks.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Boom. All right, we can meet in the middle. We can meet.
We can 100% agree with that one.
I don't know if that's a meet in the middle, but go gracious back down, Pedro.
If it's not Publix, it's Winn-Dixie. If it's not Winn-Dixie, it's Piggly Wiggly.
Dude, I miss some Winn-Dixie, bro. Oh, we haven't had a Winn-Dixie here for like 20 years. I do miss Winn-Dixie. They had the best deli, like for real. Winn-Dixie, yes. Yeah.
No, Publix still has the best deli, man. When they're making them fresh Sammys and they got them chicken tendies and the white gravy.
Yeah. Dude, I got one of them. The Publix is with the fat deli with the little salad bar. So some days you can go in there and get Asian, man. Some days they got seafood, anything.
They're building one down here just like that. It's going to be the biggest one in Florida. It's like 56,000 square feet.
Don't they have some Publixes that have like wine bars in them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's so funny. Dude, our small HEB is like 75,000 square feet. Get with the fucking program.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
It is, bro, because it has exactly.
Listen, the only thing I'll give you is that you can still get fresh coffee. That's pretty impressive at HEB. But I don't know. Listen, when I was one of my friends who's in the military gets so pissed off when I use this word. But when I was deployed to Seguin, Texas for Hurricane Harvey,
oh my God.
I was deployed as part of the logistics recovery for Hurricane Harvey in Seguin, Texas. I survived off of 3 things. I survived off of Whataburger. I survived off of Taco Bueno, and I survived off of HEB brisket sandwiches because that was the only stuff that was open on the night shift, and it's fed me, made me happy and fat. So I'll always support HEB.
When you got home.
Oh shit! What are cholesterol levels?
Yeah, I don't get down with Taco Bueno. Real Texans. If you get down with the taco chain, it's Taco Casa.
I never heard of Taco Casa, but I'm here to say that Taco Bueno's fast food Mexican is better than any sit-down Mexican.
No, they are. They are. They're pretty good, but I don't know. Their quality went downhill. So you know.
Okay, got bought by somebody in Chicago.
Probably. I think Chicago. Here's my conspiracy theory when it comes to Chicago. Companies buying up other food companies in America. I think this is all a conspiracy to drive down the value of all fast food except for Chicago style pizza. I'm just saying, I mean, I may be wrong, but I think that's where this is all going here.
One thing, that was an investment company. It was an investment company that bought Whataburger, not an actual food company. So that hand's out of it.
Neil was Googling this. He's like, shit,
I'll
come back.
I did.
Pedro, don't forget, Chicago pizza is not deep dish either.
No, I know. I'll tell you the best pizza that I've ever had in my life is from 2 places. I wish I could remember the name of the place in Chicago, but I do know where I was when I ordered it. I was at a Home Depot DC. I want to say in Bolingbrook, around that area. But dude, I got there. The appointment was wrong. I had to sit, and it was on a Sunday, man. And dude, I called. This is before Uber Eats and all this other stuff. You spoiled little millennials, you. So I'm calling every place that I could, and you're like, dude, obviously, what's going to deliver? Chinese food and pizza. Am I right, folks? You know what I'm saying? So I was in the Chicago area, so I was like, I'd really like to try some Chicago pizza. Called this place, ordered it. Not only did they get there super quick, but the owner of the company is this old man. This guy had to be in his 70s, man. And he delivered my pizza and my calzone himself. And I sat out there and talked to him for like 20 minutes. And we were just talking about him doing his business. And I asked him, hey, like, is this stuff actually fresh made? And he was telling me, yes, like the calzone, it's my Nona's old recipe, like telling me all these things, man. I'm sitting there thinking like, man, like I am about to eat some food that is like generations in the making. And I'll tell you, bro, it's the fucking best pizza I've ever made. Second best pizza I've ever had in my life was with my boy Hunter at Craft House Pizza in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I'll stand on that, man.
You don't think that Louisville would ever...
Steve knows about it. Steve, that's the place where I ordered the pizza that one night. It is so good. I don't know what they do, but man.
Yes.
Was that guy in
So
Chicago's name Lou Malnati?
Don't get me lie to you. That was 2000. See, I was with U.S. Express. I don't know. It was 2011-ish, something like that. So even if you're joking, I don't even know that name. So you could just get a joke over on me, Dale.
Anybody in Chicago would probably know that name.
It might be Salerno's. So I think Salerno's is out there.
Dude, maybe it was again. It was the first place I picked up when I called. I didn't call Pizza Hut or anything because I wanted some Chicago pizza, and so I looked up. I bet you. Matter of fact, I bet you it was probably on a BlackBerry or something because that was the phone I was rocking back then. You know what I'm saying? We got on the internet and got on a BlackBerry, bro, and Googled it, dude. So yeah, but I will never ever forget that, man. Talking to that guy, just sitting there hanging out for 20 minutes, listening to him tell me about his freaking Nona's dough recipe, man. But dude, it was cool, man. I loved it.
Yeah.
What are y'all's thoughts on Pisano's up there in Chicago?
What is it?
Pisano's, Pizanos.
I've never
heard of it.
Never been there? Okay.
I stay like local mom and pop, family style. I don't really. I think that's more of a chain almost.
Yeah, they got 3 of them there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the one spot I went to. It was awesome. It's good.
Yeah.
Good beats. What's y'all's favorite spot up there?
Mine is Dominic's right here in Lombard where I live. It's family owned. The best. Actually, when Laz was in last week, I ordered it for them, and it knocked their socks off as well. I love
Hunter. Hunter, we need to go to Chicago and hang out
Don't
with
twist
our
my
boys,
arm on
bro.
it. I love
I'm serious,
Chicago.
dude. We need to go to Chicago and hang out with our boys, bro. Like fly in early on a Friday morning, get Neil to come pick us up in the Freight Ninja Pimp Mobile.
Hey, I want to call. I need more stickers.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious. We should, dude. We should seriously.
Some of these.
We should
Rolling
seriously
heavy in the
plan a
large cars
trip.
guitars, baby.
Anthony, I wish you'd shut up and let everybody else get a word in.
I'm telling you, I
I
was
know.
trying to tell you guys the best pizza in Pittsburgh is in the
Nobody
worst
gets shit
neighborhood.
about
Pick 'em
Yeah,
out.
shut up, Anthony. No one really cares. No, I'm joking. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, man, McKee's Rocks. That's where the best pizza is here. And like 3 of my favorite places, Mama Lina's, Doughboys, and Jabby Joe's are all down on Island Avenue. And it's like, you want to go locked and loaded down to that area, but it's worth it. You risk your life to go get a pizza.
I might actually take you up on that. I got to fly into Pittsburgh Memorial Day weekend for a football tournament in West Virginia. Actually, Pittsburgh's Triathlete or something. Highland Sports Complex in West Virginia, about an hour away from Pittsburgh. So I may take you up on that.
Sounds awful.
Right. Yeah.
That's why another reason why I need to get out of Florida, because Florida pizza is East Coast style, which I cannot stand.
What? Whoa,
No.
sir, whoa.
Nope.
You need to come down. You need to come down to Jayville. You need to come chucking your lots down here. I'll take you over to Picasso's.
All right.
Picasso's will make you slap your mama.
Now, if you're
and
in Jacksonville,
lose an ear, just so you see
and
like the
down
funny
in
in
Jacksonville,
pizza,
I'll tell you
You
what,
ever
though. One chain that is really good, phenomenal
Oh, God, here we
pizzas,
go.
Anthony's Coal Fired. Do any of you guys have those where you're at?
What is it?
No,
Anthony's Coal Fired Pizza.
no, that's some. That's
Oh,
some
is this your new
Yankee-
pizza chain you're trying to promote here?
Yeah,
It really
some Yankee
is.
brand.
I think Dan Marino has partial ownership in
Okay,
it or
now
something
you
like that.
got my
It's
ear.
out. This
Yeah.
is out.
But it's good. Really good.
What were you about to say, Dale?
if you're in Jacksonville, up in Amelia Island, not very far from there, there's a place
Oh,
called
yeah.
Moon River Pizza.
Been
And that
there.
place is the bomb. And
It's pretty good.
You can bring in your own veggies from your garden or whatever, and they'll cook it on the pizza for you.
Oh, shit.
It's a great
That's pretty
place.
cool.
Pretty legit. I'll tell you what, dude. Jacksonville is the largest city in the United States by landmass, right? Like, you can literally drive for an hour and still be in Jacksonville.
70 miles.
It's insane, but they've got a really good food scene. We moved here at Christmas. We've been really impressed so far. There's a lot of really good food places here, especially, and there's something for everybody, right? Like, we've got everything from Caribbean jerk to Greek food to Indian food to Thai food. I mean, it's just one of everything.
Yeah. Jax has got a lot of good stuff.
Shit, I'm getting hungry right now talking about it.
A good spot in Dallas was Cane Rosso.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving, Chris?
Yeah, I got to bounce. So I wanted to say thank you guys. I think this was an awesome conversation for the last hour and a half. I enjoy these group sessions and freestyles. So thanks for allowing us on to share the news, Pedro. I'm out, and I'll catch up with you guys later, and I'll take care of business tomorrow too. I haven't forgotten about you.
John, hey John, I just want you to see he's leaving early. You make sure you dock his
I was
fucking
gonna say,
time
where are
clock
you
for
going?
this, okay? Yeah, you dock his time clock for this, okay?
We usually
Knock
walk out with
him
me.
a half a day's pay for napping on the job.
Yeah.
Finally got the deal done, and you don't wait for me to walk out together. That's pretty.
That's your cue, brother.
Hey, it don't matter. Neil is always the last man standing. He's the true warrior of Freight Ninja. We know how it is. He's the sensei. We know. We see Neil is always the last man standing.
He was the last one to leave the booth, and he was the first one to show up every morning.
Dude, he was, man. Hey, John. Hey, and I have not got we obviously have not yet had a chance to meet you and Chris in person. But before you go, Chris, I just want to tell you guys. I'm sure you already know it, but and I think I can speak for Hunter and I both.
Absolutely.
Like that guy that you have sitting over here, Neil. That dude is a fucking treasure. I mean, that guy was absolutely amazing. Him and Dan at Matt's, man, holding it down, and the the friendship that we built further at Matt's. I mean, you know, dude, him giving my wife and I a ride to the hotel, you know, being out there with us in the hanging out at nights and giving us ride stuff. And so just want to give the boys some props, man. Neil is absolutely an amazing individual. You guys are lucky to have him.
100%.
That's why Neil is where he
That's
is.
why he's here. He actually thought I was a LinkedIn Autobot when I messaged him. I've known Neil since I was like
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
I've known Neil since I was probably 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he was posting about some marketing stuff on LinkedIn, and at the time, I was just starting this thing. It was just me here in the office. I was trying to work every job, and I sent him a message on LinkedIn. And he didn't respond. I was like, "Fucking asshole." And I saw him at like the local football field 2 days later. He's like, "I thought that was an Autobot, and you got hacked or something." I was like, "No, I need your help. What's going on?" So
Now here you go.
funny how it all comes. I've known Chris. How old am I?
28 years.
28 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be able to build this thing with my lifelong friends has been a dream, honestly.
That is awesome. That is really awesome.
Honestly, this probably wouldn't have got done without him. So you could give him all the props. I already know.
Nah.
You boys are doing something special, man. And hey, thank y'all for rocking with the lounge, and it's been awesome to grow with y'all. And man, we're just getting started. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And let's
Remember
when
when we first started talking, I said we got some nudes coming. I didn't know it was gonna take a year.
Yeah.
Did he say nudes coming?
We do this. I want to break this on this show. And this was the first show. I held my word, and this was kind of celebratory to this is what I needed to tie this all together. So I appreciate you guys, and to the moon with everybody on this. You guys always bring great people on here. It's always exciting to watch, even when I'm not on it. I like to tag in and just listen in the background. So I appreciate everyone on here. It's been a great show today. A lot of banter and a lot of knowledge was learned, I hope, from people watching. But with that being said, love you guys. And I'll catch you on the next show, and stay tuned.
Be good, Chris. Make sure you don't walk out that door before John.
You never know. Later, guys.
You better wait. And later,
we need to get the rest of these guys some Freight Ninja hats.
Yeah.
I'll rock a Freight Ninja hat.
We'll definitely get them in the mail. I promise you that.
That one we blame on you guys, because I just want to say, and also Neil and Dirty Dre up here can attest to this. Dude, when we were at Matt's, people were asking where they can get the Freight Ninja hats, because Neil, Adam, and Dan, I think did Dan have one, but I don't. Hunter and I had ours. People asked where they was. So I mean, Neil tried. He told him, he gave him your email, John, and said, email this guy. He's the complaint department.
Good luck.
We might not have had hats, but we had stickers.
Yes,
right.
Whatever we had is gone now.
Show me the sticker again, Hunter. Make sure you have enough
floating around.
Later, guys.
Later, Chris.
Hunter, can you show those stickers again? I want to make sure you have enough. All right, fantastic.
Dude, he took them all. Those things are sick, bro.
Man, Neil sent them to me. I left my water bottle at the booth strategically just so I could get more of these. I'm playing 40 chess over here, but they're about to be gone. I'm slapping every single truck.
Not gonna lie.
I got the rest of these too, so those will be going as well.
I still got some of these too.
Yeah,
Hunter, you got to save me one of those. I need one for the trailer.
I don't know about that, man.
Hey, speaking of the stickers and seeing the hats, two things. One, Neil, send the stickers to Hunter. As soon we got 2.5 weeks before we go to Large Cars and Guitars, so send him those. John, if you guys got any hats, extra hats that you want to throw away or give away, Neil put those in there too, because Large Cars and Guitars, man, all it is trucks. It's just drivers. That's it. It is nothing like Matt's where it's a bunch of booths. This is nothing but truck drivers and truck drivers' families and people who know drivers, companies, all this stuff. And also, John, Hunter mentioned this today, and I mean, you guys can chill as long as you want, but before you go, I want to make sure I say this. We want to get with you guys and talk about where you got the hats from Branded Bills. We tried figuring out, I don't know, maybe we messed something up on there, but I don't know. Want to get with you guys and figure that out, because we want to try to change our hat stuff, because Hunter and I really like these freaking Branded Bill ones.
Yeah, Neil, I'm sure you have a contact over there that we dealt with, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got to run.
Later, Dale. Oh, Dale, before you go, say your final piece, brother.
Final piece, brother. Oh, hey, I'll be heading to Dallas next week for the Freight Fraud Symposium. They called me yesterday, asked if I would speak at that thing. So I'm going to talk a lot about, I'm going to be a little different than everybody else. I'm going to talk about how we can help drivers fight fraud. So if we get any of that information, I'll send it over to you guys too. But, thank you guys for all the support you always give us, and being able to make me get this message out to folks and how we can protect our drivers, our brokers, our shippers. So I really appreciate everything you all do for us.
Thank you, Dale. You and your boys and the team that you got growing, man, something special. So ready to see the waves coming crashing in. It's going to be a beautiful day.
And we'll just keep pissing off the FMCSA, but pretending we're their friends.
There you go.
Yeah, I need to start doing little cards, handwritten letters.
Yep.
Good to see you, Dale.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a great night.
All right, bye.
Yeah. We seriously though, Hunter, we got to plan a trip up to frickin' Chicago.
Yeah.
We know too many people up there, including these fine gentlemen, to not go. I mean,
go up there and hang out with Joe Daniel. And
I would just about to say, dude, our boy lives like 3 blocks from Fenway Park or whatever, like Wrigley. I don't know what the hell ever is in Chicago. I'm not a baseball fan. Don't hate on me.
They got wind up there and a big shiny bean, whatever that's about.
Dude, I've always wanted to go.
You gonna go flick it?
I've always wanted to go to the pier, man. I've heard I don't know if it still is, but I heard the pier and all that stuff was pretty fun.
I was in Chicago last year in August. I went to visit a customer, and I was literally there for one night. I got in at like 9:00, hung out with the customer toward or client, whatever, friend, toward a big facility that he has down there or over there, and flew out that night. So I was like just there briefly, didn't get to see anything. It was cool flying in though. It's a really pretty city.
No, yeah, it's definitely a cool city. It's
1,000 times better than New York.
We used to go and be running around as young 20-year-old kids, but it's getting back.
Yeah,
AI man. Who's AI man?
Yeah, AI. Pittsburgh's kind of a weird city, just the way it's laid out. You have to cross a bridge to get to certain parts. It's everything goes along the topography. What's that?
Pass. Full of Steelers fans. Hard pass.
Yeah, but in the city, like nobody lived down there. So for up until recently, and now they're starting to renovate different office buildings and put high-end apartments in them. But before, when all the businesses shut down, Pittsburgh was like dead, and it was just, nothing going on in the actual city part. But the areas around it, there's some pretty cool areas and some places you can get some really good food. And I mean, it is a neat city, but I like Mount Washington because when you're up there, you can see the whole city and there's a restaurant, Monterey Bay, and it's at the top floor of this building on the top of Mount Washington. And you're just like looking out over Pittsburgh. It's one of the coolest places ever.
It's awesome.
It's a livable city though,
Yeah. We don't realize, I didn't never realize how big our city is until I started visiting some of these other cities. And I'm like, this is a city?
Yeah, we're nowhere near as big as Chicago or New York. It's crazy.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, I might have to bounce here soon too, guys.
All right, John, that's fine. We're going to be winding it down here in the next 10 or 15 minutes anyway. So we usually we try to keep a hard 2 hour mark. So we got about 22 minutes left. But before you do, John, you got any exiting comments, questions, concerns you want to give Freight Ninja some plugs or anything?
No, I mean, this has kind of been awesome with, teaming up with you guys to do this thing. I remember the first call we had in this short amount of time, see where you guys have gone, where we're heading. and to be able to do it together, I think you know, it's just the beginning, right? So let's keep this thing going.
I'm with you, man, and I will never forget you guys coming on the show as a guest. And I was DMing Hunter, like him and I were talking outside of private chat, and I was like, Hunter, when we're done with the show, I'm gonna talk to these guys about a sponsorship. Like, dude, I feel it. I don't know what it is, but I feel it with these guys. Like we see each other's vision. I would never forget that, man. It was probably the easiest like sales conversation we've ever had, and it worked, man. It so worked, and to be, you know, there's a lot of people you guys could have partnered with in our space, and there's other folks in your space that we could have partnered with. But I mean, we just work. We just fit together. Our attitudes, our focuses, you know, the way that we like to approach things, and our goals and visions, they just aligned too perfectly. So, you know, as gracious as you may be for being a part of this with us, John, let me tell you, it is a million, gajillion, badillion percent reciprocated from Hunter and I. You know how lucky we feel to be attached to a company like yours. You know, especially one that is doing things and making a difference in a part of our industry that is sorely lacking.
Yeah, I love it, guys. We got to keep this thing going. It's only up from here. I mean, we like to partner with like-minded people, and like you said, you got the similar visions, work ethic. We're just crazy enough to actually see it through. So I love it. Let's keep it going.
Damn, Skippy. John, you have a good one, bro. Be safe on your way home, and let us know if Chris is not waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm like really confused. Where did he have to go?
Yeah.
He had to go change the laundry, bro.
It must have been really important because he doesn't like missing this shit. So.
He had to go change the laundry.
Oh man, that's good. Hey John, be good, brother. Be safe on your ride home, man. And we'll holler at you guys later.
Yep, talk soon.
So Hunter, I learned something about you yesterday when I went to look you up. Yeah, we are both Green Bay Packers fans.
I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, and my grandma is a Green Bay Packers fan, and she's the only one in the family. So like when they did the shareholder sale a few years ago, she bought all the kids a share of the stock. So, but yeah, go Pack. I wish they'd bring Aaron Rodgers back.
Yeah, give you $20 for your share.
No way.
You don't even like him. You don't even like him.
Are you kidding me?
You're a damn Dolphins fan.
I rock with the Pack. Yeah, Dolphins suck right now, dude. I'm about to make the transition fully.
Yeah,
the transition.
Dude, sometimes, man, like, dude.
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Yeah.
What's that look like? You have to get rid of all the old stuff from the other team and replace it with new?
Nah,
it involves hormones and a surgery, Anthony.
Ooh.
He's
and a lot of cheese curds.
Nice.
Don't be knocking on the cheese curd, sausage, or the spotted cow. Okay, I don't have
spotted cow is so good.
I don't have much beer in my life because I can't drink it. But God bless, I will make the sacrifice for spotted cow.
Yeah, spotted cow.
Never had that, but I do love the hell out of some cheese curds, bro.
So they don't serve spotted cow outside of Wisconsin, but literally when the Pack comes to your town for a game, there is a truck that comes with them full of spotted cow.
Food trucks.
Yep. That's the only time I've had it. One of my friends lives up in Green Bay, and she brings it down every time she comes back from home, and it is so good.
Chef's kiss.
What is it? What is it? Is it beer or something now?
You wouldn't care, dude. You wouldn't care. You only like that Texas beer.
You don't even like beer.
Yeah.
I like beer, man. I prefer Texas beer. It's just because I can't, have found very few other good craft beers outside of Texas.
And you hadn't been to Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville's got some good stuff.
No, I honestly I haven't, man. I have not been to Nashville to check out their beer scene. But
Hunter, what do you think of
that they have a good one.
What do you think of Little Darling, Nolensville Brewing, or Mill Creek Brewing Company?
I haven't had that yet.
Little Darling's pretty good.
Mill
Creek's they've got 7 or 8 decent beers.
I'm a big fan of Tailgate Brewery.
Yeah, Tailgate's all right.
Yeah,
then,
Tailgate. I do know
Bearded
Tailgate.
Irish with their home style, super good. Yeah, we got some tasty brews up here.
Yeah, I do know Tailgate from the Nashville airport. Them I do know. They do have some good beer.
If you ever go up to Green Bay or Milwaukee, you can get you some Spotted Cow because I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. Like I said, I can't drink a lot of beer, and for that reason, I don't like a lot of beers. But I will sacrifice my pain for Spotted Cow.
Funny side note, Adam actually threatened to unfriend me on LinkedIn over Pale Ale one time.
Yeah, IPAs.
No, Adam, I'm with you. I don't get that IPA shit. I'm with you.
I don't get it. It's like a fad. It's like you're wearing a fedora and some brown boots with your jeans rolled up.
Somebody had to say it. My boy,
you're right.
Look, I'll be the one. High five.
You're 1,000% right.
Here we go. That's my post tomorrow. I'm going to make fun of people that drink IPAs. Let's see how many people I can piss off this week.
Yes, so here's the exception.
Yes. You got to quote a Mumford and Sons song with it too.
I got to quote him. All right, I'll see what I can find.
Hey. Hold on. I want to hear what Anthony said. We were talking over. Anthony, what'd you say?
Oh, I said Pale Ale is not IPA, and I totally agree with everything you guys are saying because there's too many.
IPA
No. Okay, I'm gonna give you a history lesson.
Yep, he's right. Thank you.
India
Go ahead,
style
Anthony.
Pale Ale. Here's how it came about. When they had to go around the southern tip of Africa to get to India, Pale Ale was big in the British colonies, but by the time it would make the trip, it would get skunked. So what they did was they started adding hops to it, and it's a natural preservative.
An entire 55-gallon barrel of hops in one glass.
Pretty much, yeah.
Your beer.
So that's how IPA came about. But Pale Ale is a way more tame version of it, and it's palatable. And I'm with you 100% on that. But Sierra Nevada was one of the first actual good craft beers, and it's still the same recipes, same people, same hop fields that it was in early 1990s when they came about.
If you are from Pennsylvania and you're repping anything but Yuengling, we can't be friends.
I used to be a Yuengling fan, but every major brewery like that got bought out. And when they got bought out, they're different. St. Pauli Girl. I have a bunch of Stella glasses up on my shelf back behind me. You know, all those good beers that I liked. You know, Peroni, all of them, they got bought out by the big Anheuser-Busch dynasty, most of them.
I'm so with you. We, even though they didn't get bought out, we most Texans feel the same way about Shiner Bock. Dude, it was fucking great when it was only for us, but as soon as
Shiner was when I'm drinking German beer,
dude, no, I'm telling you the same way. Once everyone started getting into cross country, and it's still owned by by part of the family. Yes, there's other people that have a buy into it, but once it started going nationwide, it's the same thing with Whataburger. Everyone was like, not for us anymore.
Build the wall that'll solve our problem.
We would, dude. I'm telling you, we would. Oh God, believe me, we would.
Hunter, what's your favorite beer at the Flying Saucer? I want to know.
Dude, it closed down a few years ago. Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. So couldn't tell you. That was 6 years ago.
Rip.
Yeah.
But on the Pale Ale thing, man, they
Sweetwater 420 is the only one you need to talk about in that category.
I don't like
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. If you guys
I was going to tell Adam, he could do an APA, an American Pale Ale. It is a more tamer version of an India Pale Ale, an IPA. So like you said, Pale, just like lagers, man. Lager is just a beer. Everyone takes their turns and their things on lagers. There's amber lagers, there's dark lagers, there's blonde lager. You know what I mean? It's just a turn on it. And Pale Ale is the same thing, but every IPA, like you said, became a fad for all the hippies, so everyone loves it. But dude,
drink Miller Lite like a freaking man.
Okay. Oh, what that piss water, bro? Are you kidding me? That's watered down beer.
Tomorrow morning on LinkedIn, if your boyfriend drinks IPAs, you have a girlfriend. How about that?
No. There we go, bro. That is going to be the one that blows it up tomorrow, man.
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is all I'm going to say. If you ever get a chance to try one, they are really good, and they're not an IPA.
You just bring some down to Florida. We'll go play some golf.
I'm with you.
It sounds like we all need to take a trip to Asheville because that's where the real beer's at. They got a huge. Have you been there, Anthony, to see the Sierra Nevada freaking brewery they have?
I have not.
Yeah, but Green Man's the way to go if you're talking in that craft beer.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm bummed because I really like Stella and I really like Peroni and all these other beers. But what happens is a lot of them, like, geez, I'm trying to think of the German one that I used to get. It was St. Pauli Girl or something like that. But it says brewed in the United States under the strict German purity laws of 1516 or whatever it was. But it's not brewed in Germany or wherever it was brewed. And that beer was brewed with water from the same well for however many years it was in existence, since 1516 or whatever, that brand was. And when you come and you make that same recipe here with a different water source, it's not the same. And I got to say, like, I loved those beers for many, many years, and they got ruined when some of them got bought out, some still get imported, but when they started brewing them here, that's when it changed, not for the better. Anyway, sorry.
I hear Anthony being anti-America over here, talking about
support your local craft breweries too.
No,
but
with you,
I know, I got you.
Look, let's just admit that Busch lattes are the king of all, and then we're done. Like we can end on that.
Can't argue with that.
Okay.
Wait, who'd you say the king of beers of all?
Busch lattes.
Busch lattes.
If you know, you know.
Miller's.
That's right.
The champagne.
If you know, you know.
I'm still on a mission. Hey, we'll end the beer talk on this, and then we're going to hand it over to Mr. Hound so he can start to shut it down. But my still end goal for a beer, I don't even know if they make it anymore, is a Sam Adams Utopia. Last I checked, they were like $250, $300 a bottle. But wow. that is my end goal for a beer, is to have a bottle of Sam Adams Utopia. And I want to go to the Sam Adams Brewery in Boston and get, like, you can order it and they'll ship it to you, but
have you had it before?
No, because it's only special.
What if you pay $200 and it sucks?
I don't.
Pedro, let's not go to Boston. Let's save up. Let's go to Normandy. I need some people to go to Normandy with.
I'm down for that, bro. I'm former 101st Airborne, man. We can go to
Normandy
100%.
I said that yesterday.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm down for that. 100%. I would love to go try like beer over there. Like, I've tried authentic German beer that's been imported over here. I absolutely love it, but I would love to go
take over at Oktoberfest.
I was just about to say that. I would love to do like the real Oktoberfest, bro. Yeah.
I'll get some later Ozens.
I would too, 100%, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I can just picture you in that little hat.
Bro,
that little brown hat.
So down, so down. Let's do this thing. Let's do it.
You can't do it this year because you got break bulk.
Sure.
Nah, he's got Texas, man. He's got a lot of things going on in Texas.
Break bulk is in Texas. That's why I keep saying that. It's in Houston this year.
Yeah, he has it's in Houston every year. You have no excuse not to come.
Well, I told you I have to look and make sure that it does not close something else, because I got travel budget, and Houston may be only 3.5 hours away, but that's gas, that's hotel, that's food, like that shit ain't cheap.
We're gonna have an Airbnb. That shit's cheap. Ain't no reason you can't party with us.
All right, okay.
We usually get like a 4 or 5 bedroom Airbnb.
If anything, I'll just go stay with Jake.
Shit, just go stay with AJ.
AJ lives in Glen Rose. That's too far out.
I know. No. His in-laws or his parents, one of the two, live in Conroe.
Yeah, but Jake is like outside Houston. He's near like Katy, so that's pretty close.
Yeah, but then you gotta listen to him talk about crabs, and you gotta watch their cowboy hats that are 5 sizes.
Hey, you want to know something? Hey, Jake is going to be sitting right next to me here in a few weeks.
Oh Lord!
Good luck,
bro. Yeah,
good luck with that one.
Yeah, bro, that's my guy, man.
I know, dude. He's one of my favorite people on there.
Oh, dude, he's hilarious. I love him to pieces, but the hot air that'll fill that room.
I know. hey, but you know what? Hey, while he's here though, Adam, I'm gonna go to my mother-in-law's house because she does like sewing, and I'm gonna go get her fucking little tape measure thing, and we're gonna get him a proper hat measurement live on the show.
Yes,
I'm gonna do that just for you, bro. Just for you, Adam.
Oh God.
I have been, dude. I've straight been on a mission to give him a complex the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, you have been trolling him pretty good,
bro. The fact
you troll a lot of people, Adam.
Yes,
I like that about
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a good innocent Christian boy.
That's
hey,
right.
hey. All I know is the fact that we're starting to have LinkedIn believe that Jake has an STD. My God.
Oh,
that right
God.
there, dude. Like,
And the
I
fact
mean,
that
what's
he's
that
not
thing
protesting, he thinks it's funny.
Yeah,
Not to really bring politics into it, but what's that conditioning? Like they keep telling you the same thing over and over until you finally start believing it's true.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's so great, man. Dude, it doesn't matter, man. We're on a mission. We all give each other hell. I don't care, bro. I'm just now that I have got Jake on that stuff, bro. Like, I seriously put an extra like 5 seconds of thought into the way I type things out when I text Jake, because I'm like, this motherfucker, he's just itching for a screenshot right now.
Right? Just and you're like, tap. Oh no, backspace.
Yes.
Backspace. Yeah, I'm terrified to type shit around you guys. Y'all are always watching.
Bro, it's it's just funny, man. You know, hey, if you can't rag on your boys, man, what else can you do? You know
100%. Like you need to start taking clips and do like on Freestyle Friday, do a segment called Out of Context, where you take the top 10 out of context of the week.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know, I was really thinking about this lately. What about the people that don't know that we're all friends and just see us like trolling each other and saying shit like that online? I mean, I always think about that in the back of my mind because I've gotten messages.
So many business deals. You're like, that guy's an asshole. I don't want to.
I know. That guy. Did he really just say that? And yeah, because I've actually gotten private messages like, "Oh, I saw that person was mean to you," and I'm like, yeah, that's my buddy. You know,
I'm so sorry he was so mean.
Yeah, it's not that extreme, but I actually had I forget what I posted, but it was like LinkedIn After Dark, and I had a friend reach out. He's like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was a joke." You know, so people take shit seriously on there sometimes, and I always wonder when we're all like going back and forth, busting each other's chops, like, what do the people that don't know us think when they read that reaction just coming through their feed at a glance?
It all started, I think, with me and AJ. Like, we just started ripping on each other hard, right? And he calls me one day. He goes, "Dude, my dad thought what you said to me on LinkedIn was the most hilarious thing he had seen in a lifetime."
Yeah.
And that's where the whole, Amish freight broker shit got started.
Hey, nice. I don't remember what post it was or where it came from, but we had posted something. I don't know if it's me, Hunter, or the other person, Adam. It could have been you, I don't know, but someone posted something and then their mom reached out to them asking if their account got hacked.
Mine. Oh, thank God my mother's never seen or understands what LinkedIn is. We're good.
You know what it was? It was the free Trent shirt. I literally posted the picture of the free Trent shirt, and my friend reached out this happened like last week. He legit reached out. He's like, "Hey, are you okay? I saw like maybe one of your friends or family members is incarcerated, or maybe that's you. Like, what's going on?" And I was like, yeah, that's like something with freight people. Too much to explain.
Speaking of that, I'm curious, have y'all ever had anybody reach out and try to be a therapist over LinkedIn DMs?
Oh yeah. Relationship coaches, stuff like that.
I got some dudes like, "How'd you get started in logistics?" I'm like, "Well, my dad died." He goes, "Oh, that must have been really tough. How does that make you feel?" And I'm like, "It was 12 years ago. Like, it sucks, but I'm better now."
Yeah.
Adam, hey, I've never got those, but dude, you have got to feed us that content. Okay. You are so missing out on such a good troll right there, bro. 110%, dude. Hey, you had that one guy going about hauling bees for 3 days. Think about how long you could get a therapist going, bro. Just like one crazy paragraph a day to this person. You know what I mean? And then wait for their reply.
Double broker, deadliest catch. That's so that poor bastard went on to send me requests from 2 other companies. Like, he just never got it. And I used the bees again the other day, and some guy got back. He actually gave me a quote, and he got back to me. He goes, "What do you think of this rate?" And I just hadn't responded yet. I hadn't had the heart. I've been so busy, hadn't had time to screw with him. But my next one, my favorite one, is floor-loaded ping pong balls. Driver must provide his own net.
Oh my God.
Dude. That's absolute gold. So I haven't gotten a lot of these lately, but the ones I missed were the romance scammers, because I used to tell them all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I live in my mom's or my grandma's basement, and I rescue stray cats and like nurse them back to health and all this stuff. And like, I would make up ridiculous stuff. I would literally copy and paste the Dr. Evil thing about the details of my life are inconsequential. And it's like, I don't know. But I think
there's a guy that did a TEDx talk. You've got to go look him up on YouTube.
Okay.
The guy that trolled the romance scammer.
I did this for a while, and they work in networks because eventually they get to know. They're like, don't mess with that guy. He's just going to waste your time and tell you ridiculous stuff. But I would look at their profile and I'd see, okay, you're in San Diego. I'm like, hey, I grew up in San Diego. What high school did you go to? What's your favorite restaurant? And ask them questions like that. And then it sends them off on a wild goose chase. And then eventually, you know, when I was done toying with them, I would ask them if I'm like, yeah, I'm really broke, you know, from all my cats and stuff like that. Can I borrow some money? Can you send me an Apple gift card? And then they're gone and they block you.
My favorite's the guys that are calling now asking if you want to sell your property. Like,
yeah,
probably 5 calls a month. Would you like to sell your property at such and such address? And you've never owned that house. You've never even lived in that house. And somehow your name is attached to this address. I have so much fun with those douchebags.
Oh, geez.
All right, we hit the 2-hour mark here, Mr. Hound. We're going to hand it over to you and let's pass around and get some exiting comments. Well, actually, before we do that, let's hear from Ethan. Can we hear from Ethan for a second, Mr. Hound?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. It's your show, Hunter. We're all just here, bro.
I'll slap you with some of that Tennessee barbecue.
Ethan, what's up, man?
Nothing much. You know, just school. Kind of recovering from my busy photography stuff. I just so it's crazy. You know, I was what? So you know, I was at Matt's, you know, during March, and then earlier in April, I just went to an air show. And then now I'm, you know, starting to get back to the gist of, you know, doing car stuff. And now I'm starting to prep for, you know, large cars and guitars. And yeah, it's been pretty busy, you know, trying to find a job and everything. So, yeah.
Let's go.
Ethan, hey, you're gonna have a job, man, doing transportation photography. All right,
yeah,
that's what it is. I'm telling you, you're working towards it, and we've got the perfect mentor for you too already. Our good buddy Tex Crowley. You know, I mean, we can hook you up with
Tex.
Hey, Steve, we so gotta hook Ethan and Tex up. I don't know why we haven't thought about that yet. Oh, he can't hear us. That's right. You got to tell your dad, Ethan. Tell him I said that we got to hook you and Tex up.
I endorse that statement.
Yeah, dude, Tex is amazing. We're looking forward to having you with us again at Large Cars and Guitars, Ethan, man. Like, we were super excited for you to join us.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think some of the trucks from Matt's are going to be there. Like, I think that guy with the Brockway from North Carolina, I think he's going to be there. So that's going to be pretty cool. And hopefully this time I'll be able to see the trucks at night, because that was one of the things I missed at Matt's when they had, like, you know, the light show. I missed that, but when we're here, I'm definitely gonna go out during the nighttime.
Hey, I was not there last year, but Hunter uploaded all of his content from Large Cars and Guitars from last year, and they have a crazy light show from what I saw from the stuff that Hunter put up. Like, absolutely nuts. And I think they do it at like the same time they do the concert. So you got all the trucks lit up, and then you got the concert bumping. Oh yeah, and Hunter was just riding around on a golf cart like a crazy person.
With Tex, actually.
Oh, were you with Tex?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we just and Hunter and I just booked the most dope. Well, I say Hunter and I. Hunter just booked the dopest Airbnb like ever, dude. Like Hunter booked a massive house with like a swimming pool and a game room and all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah, he showed me all the pictures. I'm excited.
Yeah, and we're bringing you a battle buddy. Charles is coming with us, so we're bringing you a little battle buddy that you can hang out with.
Sweet, I'm excited.
We're excited too. We're excited too. Eventually, you're going to be old enough to drive by yourself, and you just leave your dad at home because we only like hanging out with you anyway, Ethan.
He's kind of boring.
All right. We're going to give it over to Hunter. Hey, Ethan, before you leave, hold on, Ethan. Hey, hold on. Do you want to give yourself some plugs, Ethan? You want to tell everybody where they can find your photography and everything at, man?
Yeah, sure. So go to Instagram. Look up ET_photography52. It should be a little like hood ornament. That's the profile picture. I do car photography. I do obviously truck photography. I've been getting into plane photography, and I'm trying to get into train photography, but I haven't been lucky to find a train. But yeah, all my photos are there, and you can see those. And obviously, I'll be posting a lot of large cars and guitars. So yeah.
You know how you find trains?
Go by the train tracks.
Bingo.
Ethan, I'll make Hunter and I are we're digitally slapping him for you, okay?
Well, yeah, go follow. Yeah.
Cool. And hey, and y'all can catch again, Ethan said it, you can catch him with us at Large Cars and Guitars. That is Hunter, when is that? 23rd, 24th?
Yeah, 23rd and 24th, something like that.
Yeah, 23rd, 24th in Bristol, Tennessee at the Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to be hanging out with Tony Justice, Mr. Brandon Carpenter, Van Brown, Long Haul Paul. We're going to just be chilling out and having a good old time. So if y'all in the area, the show is free. I believe, Hunter, you just got to pay for parking, right?
Yeah, check the website.
There you go. Let's just Google Large Cars and Guitars. Large Cars, one word, and Guitars, and you can go there to give you all the information. Come out and hang out with us, have a good time, and you can meet the Mr. Ethan there in person.
That's right.
Hunter, it's your show now.
All right, what y'all got before we chop out of here?
Adam, you first.
I'm all out, man. I'm all out. It's been a day.
Y'all ready for round 2 on Friday?
Yeah. I'll refuel. I'll be geared up and ready to go. But as always, you can follow me on social media at ShipItSGL. The company, the agency, ShipItSGL. We get ship done. It's what we do. Thanks, boys, for letting me come on again and chop up.
Absolutely.
Throw some stuff out there, troll some people. It's been kind of fun.
I like it.
Those shirts are going to be dropping soon, Adam. Just be ready.
Which one? Check your headlights?
All of them.
Bro.
All of them.
Any ideas that run across your brain, send them to me.
No.
It's about to be a problem. Anthony, what you got, brother?
I just like getting to hang out with you guys on here. I have a lot of fun on these. Usually I'll go and throw something t-shirt on or whatever, but I kind of slipped in here late after work, and
look, it's so fancy. Is that a TQL polo?
It's yes, it is actually. I have an inside out because I didn't want to show the logo on it. Definitely. Ping pong, gongs. The whole...
Listen, I've heard they have like a putting green in there now, and some
Nice.
snacks and some pinball machines. I'm like, shit, I want to apply.
Yeah, just sign that paper and you're in.
Look, if I can get paid to play ping pong for 6 months, hell
yeah. 6 months. Yes, that pretty much sums it up.
Oh yeah,
that's all I got.
Adam, that shit, I could so fucking see Adam. Oh man, that would be a great undercover.
You know what?
Journalism investigation thing. Fucking implant Adam into an LQT office. Oh my god.
What if I got a shirt that was actually like their logo, but it was backwards? It was LQT instead of TQL.
Just walk right in.
They have a meeting. They have a meeting
Just
after
walk
6
in.
months, and they're like, "We don't know what happened, but this office's freight has all of a sudden declined by 90%."
Some jackass is out in the parking lot smoking barbecue. Says he's from Tennessee.
My name is Steve Pines. Nice to meet you.
Oh man,
Steve, what you got, brother?
As always, I appreciate the invite to be able to come and chill with you guys and hang out and with our friends at Freight Ninja and Anthony and Adam. Appreciate you guys for having us. And I love having control of the show because now I can actually add my own banner down to the bottom. So check out truckingnewshub.com.
Nice.
For all your
Well
news.
done.
Mike, you like that? You like that? I'll get my hand slapped in a minute when the show's over from Rob.
Yeah. We're deleting his access as soon as we get off this show.
but no, check it out. We got there's a subscribe button we just added down the bottom where you can throw your email in there and get a daily dose of trucking industry news. And the question earlier, the conversation earlier about tariffs, you can check out the port cams for Newark, Charleston, Houston, and Long Beach right now, and see just how much actual traffic is live traffic is moving out of those ports at any given time. So, but I appreciate you guys.
Very cool. And it's crazy outside of that. If you see those port cams and you got questions, you can dial in to Drayage Junkies every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and if you need a reminder, come to the Logistics Lounge on Friday at 4 p.m.
You just messed up, AA Ron. I'm just.
What I do?
You told me I could dial into your show.
Now you've gone and done it.
You're coming on at it.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, but I still can't wait for Clint to give us the feedback about saying, Hunter, we've got to tell people to say something other than the junkies sent us. that right there, I'm dying with that. You so have to leave that.
Not.
No,
Absolutely
I know you
not.
have to
Never
leave
said
that. That will be so freaking hilarious. Hunter made a post. Hunter made a post for a show sponsor that said when they call in to tell him that the junkies.
I saw
them.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what?
I like
I've
that
got. I had an epiphany. Hunter, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? All right. Have an arm out. Right. Have a big arm out with a syringe, but instead of the syringe being an actual syringe, it's a 40-foot high cube.
Oh, there you go, man. Oh, man. Adam, you're on the payroll as of now, man. Okay? We're gonna send you our NDA and a retainer. Okay.
We'll work for hats.
We'll work for hats.
By the way, Hunter, did that ship yet?
Plan.
I don't know. Hold on, I'll tell you, man. I got the email pulled up. I haven't seen it. It should. It probably will ship. It'll probably ship tomorrow. It'll probably ship tomorrow.
Probably going to a PO box.
Yeah, and we made sure that we put double broker dirt bag or courtesy of double broker dirt bag on the shipping label.
Very nice. Nice.
Oh, boys, I'm gonna go eat tacos. It's Taco Wednesday.
Man. We're about to get out of here too.
We'll see you. Thanks for letting me come on.
Always a pleasure.
Have a good one, brother.
See you, man.
So, yeah. So I guess that's it. We're going to do this all over again on Friday. Dude, we have a whole week, nothing but freestyles. Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be bad. Dude, it's going to be nice, man. We're going to freestyle it on Friday. We are going to just chop it up, hang out, get a bunch of more crazy people on here. Had a few people more people supposed to come on, but some folks got some last minute things that popped up. So, is what it is.
Yeah, during the week, we're all in logistics. So if you're not having last minute stuff pop up, you're not working.
No,
that's our life, the life we chose.
100% agree, man. I'm with you on that. So
actually, I wish you all to be busy.
I've been busier. Like I done said it earlier. I've been busy as all get out. Me and Hunter both, man. Like we usually talk pretty consistently throughout the day, but we both just been dealing with so much stuff, man. And I want to say us. I know a lot of people that I don't know what's going on, but the last 10 days or so, like,
yeah,
people, I've been having a lot of friends, man, that their business has been taking an uptick. So,
I think part of it is everybody anticipates DOT Blitz Week coming up, so a lot of shippers and people that understand the industry are trying to get all their moves done before that happens too, because they know capacity is going to be down and prices are going to be up.
Yeah, I know, because for some odd reason we charge $500 more on a rate, because for some reason that day presents more than a risk of you getting pulled over than any other day. I still just don't understand that logic. Even when I was a driver, I didn't get that crap. I don't know. The people I say that ask for stuff like that and say they don't want to drive, is I'm like, okay, well, what's wrong with your equipment? What's wrong with your record and all this other stuff that you don't want to be getting pulled over and stuff? I don't know. That's the way I see it. But I digress. Hunter, you want anything to add before we go ahead and get out of here, man?
Nah, man, great show as always. Round two on Friday.
That's it. Round 2 on Friday, Freestyle Friday. You want to hang out? Just give us a shout. DM us. Pretty much most everybody that watches the show knows how to contact Hunter and myself. So yeah, let us know. Come and hang out. We're gonna chop it up, have a good old friggin' time, and we are just counting down the days till large cars and guitars, man. I am so stoked about that, Hunter. I'm telling you, I got the flight booked today. We got the Airbnb booked. Matter of fact, Steve, stay after the show so we can talk about that. I have a question that I'm going to put in the DM, but since you're with us, I might as well just ask you after we get off the show. So that's it. And Anthony, we're just waiting on a chance that we can get your ass out to something, man, so we can meet up and hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's inevitable.
Yeah, or for there to be something up there for Hunter and I to be close enough to come to.
Bermani Brothers.
Yeah.
That's a Pittsburgh thing. French fries on everything. We put them on salads and sandwiches and stuff like that. If you guys end up here, I'll take you to some Pittsburgh places.
I love French fries.
I love food.
Right on.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll see you guys soon, though. It's going to happen.
Yeah, man. Inevitably, we got friends up there. Just Hunter and I, we just, I haven't made it up there yet. Christy Knitzer's up there, dude. Me and my wife got an open invite to go hang out with Christy and her husband. So,
she just connected with me like a couple days ago. And that would be a good combination. And I'm actually very close to her. I'm probably like, I don't know, half hour, 35 minutes away from that area. And she is very highly respected in our area, and I mean nationwide. She's a really heavy hitter. So,
dude, I know. I had no idea how big she was until Hunter told me. Like, Christy and I just connected, and we were just liking each other's stuff when she came on my show. And Hunter was like, dude, she's a pretty big deal, man. Her company and her name, like their family name is very highly respected in this industry. But you would never know. Christy is the most down to earth human being you'll ever freaking meet, man. She is an absolutely amazing human being. All right, so we're going to keep on rambling if we don't end this show. So we're going to end it because, it's Wednesday. We all got stuff to do, and I'm hungry, and I want to go eat some food. And you never know, man. Maybe another snake in my house, and I could snake wrangle. I did officially add that to my job titles on LinkedIn, though. I am now a professional snake wrangler. I think that I'm due that. So, yeah, if you need a snake taken care of, call me. Probably won't come, but you can still call me. All right, we're going to get out of here, man.
Better watch with that title. You might get calls you don't want to.
Dude, I'm telling you, I wish I hate that Kat didn't get that my wife didn't get any pics of it, but like Shimmy was saying, she's like, I wish you would have recorded that, dude, because if anyone could have been a fly on the wall during that moment of me and my fucking wife, my wife standing at one end of the house, babe, do this, and I'm like, boy, you're sure good at giving directions from 15 freaking feet away, aren't you? You know what I mean? I'm over here. Hey, what is it? From Wedding Crashers, I'm over here in the trenches taking grenades, John. So that's the way I felt about that. Hey, we hope everyone joins us on Friday. Thank everyone for watching, and we appreciate it. Hunter, one more chance. You got anything you want to say again?
No, sir.
Dre?
Nope.
No. Mr. Anthony?
Have a good night. It's always a pleasure.
We hope to see both of you back here on Friday. Everyone have a good night. As I always say, chunk them deuces. Mr. Hound, roll that beautiful bean footage.
The views and opinions expressed on this show by its guests and not necessarily those of Lounge Media Group or the show host. So if you sue someone, make sure it's the party responsible for hurting your feelings. Also, grow up, be an adult, and understand not everyone thinks like you. And that's okay.